Is the wrong one or what? Oh.
Hey. About CapCut.
Oh, I forgot about that CapCut.
CapCut.
Sponsored by CapCut. But evening, everybody. Hope you're all doing well, and welcome back to another Saturday night movie chat with me, Pete Playtendoguy, and I'm joined as always by the wonderful Amy.
Hello.
And tonight we have two very special guests. We have Delboy from Delboy Retro Zone.
Hello, everyone.
And we've also got
me.
And you, yes, I did introduce you.
Two. Yeah.
Oh, three, N.
All right, okay.
Amy.
Yeah.
We've got Amy here.
Hello. We do this.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. And we've also got Jamie Jordan, but he's on a crusade at the moment, probably washing some dishes.
He's on a crusade, is he?
Washing some dishes.
All right, okay.
So he'll be
he's looking for the Holy Grail.
So he's using his back cape to clear up some dishes.
Oh no!
So he'll be joining us a little bit later.
Alfred.
So he'll be joining a little bit later on in the stream. I have put the link in the chat if anybody would like to join the stream and have a chat with us about all things movies. But before we get into the questions, comments as always, if you'd like to leave some questions and ask us anything you like about films or whatever, be sure to do so and we'll get back to you. It's always great to chat with you people at home. But as always, before we get into that, I'd like to ask, what are some of the films that you've watched recently over the past week? So I'll let Delboy go first.
Oh, well, if anybody saw the stream last week, I said I was going to go and see Substance Monday, and I did go and see that. And what a film! That really was a surprise. Well, it wasn't a surprise because everybody was telling me it was great, but I really, really enjoyed that film. I mean, I can't say how much I would recommend that film for people to go and see it. I mean, that really was like out the park in regards to a film that I've seen this year. So that was good. I've had a number of things turn up this week. I'll just show some of those. I'll turn the background off for a moment. And Thanksgiving. I'm looking forward to seeing that. People have told me that Thanksgiving isn't a bad film.
We haven't seen that. I've heard good things about it.
Yeah, so that's good. One I'm really, really looking forward to that I'm going to watch either tomorrow or I'm going to leave it till Halloween. But there's Late Night with the Devil, which I'm really looking forward to that. I've heard so many good things about that earlier this year. Or late last year, should I say. So that's good. My box set of The Ring has turned up, the 4K of The Ring.
That's nice.
So I'm looking forward to that as well.
Is that American or Japanese version?
No, it is. I must admit, I've got the Japanese version. This one is the other one. So it sort of like goes with it because I've got the collector's one of the Japanese one. An old one, Fantastic Voyage, because it was cheap. And I was in the chat with Ian Hill, The Ramblings, on Wednesday, and we were all talking about old films. And there was a couple of films that came up, Ice Station, Zebra, and Fantastic Voyage. And it was Muckman Movies that turned around and said, oh, you can get it really cheap on Amazon at the moment. I said, oh, it's no good telling me. I have to wait till the end of the stream before I can order it. And I sort of like let Ian talk for about 5 minutes while I quickly sort of like ordered it. And I went, nah, sod it, I've got it. And then what turned up today was a game, Tomb Raider Remastered. I'd order it, a while back. I applied a discount that Amazon owed me for some bad service that I've been getting recently and got that at a very cheap price. And of course, it's a Steelbook. So, of course, it all sort of like fits in with my master plan. What else have I seen? I saw just before Ian's stream on Tuesday. Yeah, Tuesday night I saw Get Out. It's one of those films that I've seen before. I want the steelbook of it, but now it's astronomically expensive. It's like 60, 70 quid if you want to get the steelbook of Get Out. You can get it for $14.99 standard, or you can even get it as a 2-part pack. But if you want the steelbook, up there. And I'm unsure whether a Smile 2 is going to be good, but I've heard good things. I didn't know. I've got Smile 1 on Steelbook, and I have seen it, but I didn't know that there was a film before that called something about Laura, Can't Sleep Laura, or something, or Unable Laura. Done by
What is going on here?
So I didn't realise that it's a trilogy, really, because there's this little film that was done in 2020 by the same director. So, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here. I don't know what's going on here. We're having real bad technical issues here.
New Wi-Fi things. Maybe
No,
bring out back in, but I can stay here if you want to keep the channel open.
Well, hang on a minute. I should be able to join it via the phone whilst the laptop updates. If we lose the comments, what I'll do is I'll read them off on my phone.
Yes, I suppose I could open up mine as well.
If you'd want to restart.
Just in case.
Restart the computer, see.
Are you sure?
Yeah, so I've got the chat open as well and just paused it.
Just keep saying it needs to restart, so just let it restart. Right, I'm now coming on here. Right.
See you twice.
Oh.
Hey!
Restart anyway. So the phone's restarting. I've got 2 copies of us here.
Multicam.
Right. Oh, the volume's down. How about that? Is that working now?
I can hear you perfectly.
No voice.
You've got. If you look at your volume, it's. Oh shit.
Oh dear. Hey, let's see what's going on here.
We got one there.
Hello, how about that?
Yeah, I've always been able to hear you.
Oh.
You're fine.
It's my phone playing up now. So sorry everybody for the technical issues. Oh dear me. But will you be picking up the long leg steelbook this week when it comes out, Delboy?
Yes, that's been on pre-order for a while. Yeah.
Oh, that does.
And I'll tell you the weird thing. I was expecting my collector's edition of Nightmare on Elm Street said October 18th. All of a sudden, it now says November 18th, and everybody's order has changed to November 18th.
Yeah, because there's been a shortness of there's waves of them. That's what it is.
So I'm now it doesn't matter to me because I've got the other Steelbook. I'd have been pissed off if it was the only thing that I'd ordered.
Right, we should be joining now. So let's have a look. See how that's going.
Yeah.
Oh, look here I am. No. There we go.
Hello.
Right.
Hello. We're done. We're here now.
Looking beautiful again.
Oh,
obviously it's Harmony Hairspray and Palm Olive or whatever it is.
Sorry everybody for the technical issues there. Hopefully it won't be like that now. It just kept turning everything off, didn't it? It said the laptop needed to restart. So here's hoping that'll stay like that. So all the comments are still up here, so that's brilliant to see.
Brilliant.
So be sure to leave your comments and questions and we'll get back to you. So great selection of stuff there. Watch Delboy.
Yeah, thank you very much for letting me talk about all that sort of stuff. Substance is the number one there. Yeah.
Oh, definitely. Do you think that'll be one of your favorites or your favorite film of the year so far?
Ooh, yeah, I'd say pretty much that would probably be it, actually. But then, isn't it funny how memory sort of like does that to you? I've just seen that, so it's right in my mind. And then if I was to look back, I'd be going, oh, yeah, but I saw that. And I can't remember those sort of like films right now. So I'm going to say it's pretty darn close, and I would probably say, yeah, it is. You know what I mean? It was an interesting film in the fact. I mean, what I mentioned in my Facebook was I sort of knew what the film was about anyway, but it started off like I thought I was watching the life of Jane Fonda. You know, I mean, here's this Hollywood actress, and you know, she's sacked and you know, from being in a second class really TV show. And then it was like Tales of the Unexpected with this Elixir of Youth thing. I was going, bloody hell, I've seen all this. What they done combined about 6 things here into one film. But then it took a total horror shift. And I went, oh, wow. You know
It
what
does
I mean?
feel like an old episode of The Twilight Zone in a way.
Yeah. Tales of the Unexpected, I was saying. But yeah, Twilight Zone, you know, yeah, that. It's one of those twists things, but it's much the horror that then it comes into a much more of a horror.
Yeah.
They'd never show this on TV in a Twilight Zone.
No. Late Night with the Devil is such a great film. I cannot wait to get that. I pre-ordered it through HMV, so hopefully that'll arrive next week.
Yeah, I think I got it from the studio because it said Lime Studios sent your stuff, and I think it came from them or something.
Yeah, they normally send them out a week or two in advance. They do Second Sight, but it looks like a really nice box set. They're doing another box set that's coming out in December that I think would be a good one. Creep.
All right. Oh, okay. I don't think I've ordered that one.
That's only Blu-ray only. It's $29.99, so it's not too bad. Creep is a found footage film. It's only about 80 minutes, but it's a great found footage film.
I'll have to look at that. If you remind me at the end of the stream about that, I'll probably order that. I'm boosting my horror. Like I said, I used to go on these chats and I learned so much about horror films I needed to order. You know, obviously I knew a lot of horror films, but what I'm saying is there was so much stuff when I was living in Manchester all the way through to the 2000s that I just went, I have no idea what you're talking about. You know what I mean? I kept going like that. So I'm filling in all those gaps. That's the love. That's the great about being on a chat with you, Pete, and all the people that are in the chat. I learned so much. I wish I could give more to the stream in regards to horror. I could only fill you in with the rest.
Yeah. Well, when I first started doing these streams about 3 or 4 years ago, like I really didn't watch a lot of films, like, and I've watched so much over the past couple of 2 or 3 years, like really doing all these streams.
Oh, frozen again. Oh no.
Internet's gone again.
That's all right.
There you are. I think it might be your Wi-Fi, possibly.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, it's lots of things, isn't it?
There's a lot of things. I've had hordes of issues with my phone today. It keeps cutting out. It does.
Really?
Yeah. Every time I keep ringing out, it keeps cutting out. I don't know what the heck.
The only way you're gonna fix that, and this is gonna be dangerous for you, is to unplug your router for 3 minutes and plug it back in. You ain't gonna fix that by just turning your machine off and on and your phone off and on. That ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, but we have a Virgin router, so it takes about
it'll
2 days to come back on.
It'll take as long as this stream will.
Yeah, we'll have to suffer.
but we'll push through.
Yeah, we'll ring everyone.
Yeah,
we'll do the stream over the telephone
for a BT call box.
Yeah.
Have you got enough 50p's?
Yeah, I've got loads of them. You know,
you got them.
Eventuality.
Yeah.
Have you got those old phone cards?
Oh no, I haven't got. No, I didn't qualify for one.
Nor did I.
No.
But what have we watched?
I asked them what I've watched.
Well, what have you watched, Anne?
Yeah.
Well, we've watched pretty much everything together. I just watched one extra film. But do you want to go through what you've watched?
Well, I've only really watched one thing because I've seen the other thing before.
All right, Anne.
So I watched Smile for the first time. Yeah. Smile 1, the prequel. Yeah. It was all right. I think, you know, I can see why people like it, but it's very kind of it feels a bit like an It Follows ripoff. It has a lot of problems with, like, and it also feels like The Ring, but The Ring has all this kind of investigating stuff, like finding out what exactly this videotape is and what happens to people, and that's kind of interesting. But in this film, you already know what's happening from the start.
Yeah.
Someone explains it, and then it's the whole thing is them investigating it, and you think, well, I know all this. There's
Yeah,
so
it's the
about
pop
it.
star, isn't it? And you know,
No,
and
this
all that sort of
sequel.
stuff. But did you see? I mentioned that that it's part of a trilogy actually, because there's a film before it called.
That's a short film. That is.
Never
It's
heard
a
of
short film from 2020, which is done by the same director. Which apparently, the person that's in that film has got a part in Smile, just briefly, and then it goes into the film.
it.
Oh,
Oh,
So
right.
it's like
It's
Laura
probably
can't.
Miguel at
It's
the
called
start.
called something like Laura Can't Sleep or something. I can't remember what it's.
Yeah, I bet it's the girl at the start of the film who you see on the front cover of the poster.
Yeah.
I'm pretty certain her name's Laura, isn't it?
Probably was, yeah. But this certainly isn't a short film.
No, it
It's a bit
isn't.
too long.
No,
Yeah.
definitely not.
So yeah, and it follows. Had quite a good momentum to it. This
And it
one
was
kind of-
short.
Yeah. It's quite a simple story.
Yeah, I got the Steelbook of Smile when I've seen it, so
Mm,
and I'm glad I have because Smile 2's out now. So
Mm.
yeah.
Why are you interested in the sequel?
People say it's good, don't they?
that's what I've heard.
Is it a cinema trip or wait for streaming trip?
You wait for streaming, I think.
Wait for
If you
streaming.
desperately want to see it, I'm happy to.
Yeah.
I may just pop and see it on a Monday morning.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm not too bothered about it. It's not a classic, I would say.
It's no Terrifier.
No, definitely not.
Oh yeah, Smile. It's an enjoyable film. It's not one that I turn around and go, "Oh, you've got to buy it." Oh yeah, get it tomorrow on 4K or something like that. It was just I found it a popcorn film. I put it into that bracket of just turn your brain off, go and see it, and you come out going, "Oh, that weren't bad."
Yeah, I've got some words on it, and
You got some words, yeah. I didn't think it was too bad. I thought it was okay, solid, like 3.5 maybe.
well,
rating.
I'll do it in quality terms.
All right.
So-
Starting from the worst?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which one is it of the Purge?
All right, Purge. So you watched. So you shouldn't have, but it was just on telly. You watched Purge, the first Purge.
But not the first Purge.
Yeah, the prequel film to the Ethan Hawke original.
Yeah, the fourth film called The First Purge that isn't the first Purge.
Yeah.
Work that one out.
The first Purge, though.
No, it's not the first Purge film.
Don't you understand how films work? That's a prequel, Pete.
They should have just called it. They should have just called it The Purge 2016.
They could have done, yeah.
Pre-purge or something.
Yeah.
Well, it's
Pre-purge, yeah, that'd been good.
it's the Purge prequel to the original.
Yeah.
Okay, it is the penultimate Purge film that released, I think.
It's like Final Destination 5, isn't it?
Mm.
That's also a prequel.
Yeah.
So that's how it works, Pete.
Yeah, but it's not called The First Purge, is it? It's not called The First Final Destination.
It's quite annoying because I saw the first Purge was on the Ethan Hawke Purge. We'll just call it that. You call them Chesney Hawks, though.
Well, I'd be more inclined to watch the Chesney Hawks one. I mean, Chesney Hawks make everything better.
Yeah,
He is the one and only.
Yeah.
So is anybody having a drinking game for the word purge? Because you're pissed now, I should think. I mean,
so
I'm always having a drinking game. So
yeah. So the first Purge, 2016, 17, whatever it is. My word, what an absolute crock of shite that was. I was so flipping bored of it. The characters were dull. There's a couple of cool action sequences in it, and the whole shadowy organization behind it, I suppose, is moderately interesting. But my word, it's about 90 minutes, it said on Letterboxd.
yeah.
And my word, does it bloody crawl like a slug.
felt like 2 hours, 2.5 hours.
I did not like it.
I'm quite a fan of the Purge series. It's not a good one to start with.
No.
But I don't actually think it's too bad. I quite like the mob. Is he a mob boss? That kind of side of it.
Yeah.
I kind of like all the characters. I'm not too down on it. It definitely has that 2018 Me Too kind of.
it just reeks of crappy Blumhouse film.
No, come on. But Blum. We had this. I always defend Blumhouse, and you looked up all over their films. They have made some good films.
Yeah, but this just feels like the stereotypical bad Blumhouse film.
Well, if you heard a property was being remade by someone, would you prefer Blumhouse or A24? Actually, that's quite a rubbish question. I probably would prefer A24 because they did make The Lighthouse and they did make The Witch. So.
Neither.
Yeah, they made Get Out, didn't they?
I ain't
You haven't seen it, yeah,
no.
so that's fair enough.
But I didn't like that one. I am intrigued to watch the rest of these.
The Frank Grillo ones are good. I like the first one.
I do like Frank Grillpad.
Yeah, no. What's his name, is it?
I do like Frank Grillpad.
Grillo Pad, yeah.
Norman Grill Pad.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, so I'm inclined to give that one a go as well as the Chesney Hawk one. So I'll give them a go, and if I don't like them, then I can say The Purge isn't for me.
Trump jokes in it, isn't there?
Like this one.
Very of the time.
Yeah, it kind of it dates.
Yeah, it does.
Bad.
That's the trouble. Bit lame, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we watched Smile together because I was badgering on about it, weren't I?
Yeah, you forced me to watch that.
Well, I wanted to watch it just because this new one does look quite good, and
yeah,
it still hasn't diminished my excitement of it. I was very. I think the second one will be quite good.
Okay.
I've heard really good things, and I think it's going to be quite a decent little film. I say that.
The buzz is that it's good. I don't know. I'm
every time I've seen the trailer, it's impressed me.
Again, personally, I haven't sort of like been listening to reviews, but I've heard, at the end them saying, "Oh, it was good," and I was going, "Oh, all right."
Reminds me of a Trap.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I remember when we saw Trap and it showed a trailer for Smile 2, and I was thinking, "What, has the film started already?"
Yeah.
But that day I was very tempted to get it on 4K in HMV. I'm so glad I didn't. It's fine.
Yeah, well, you changed your tune a bit from when you first.
It's pretty dull. It's way too long at 2 hours. It should have been an hour and a half. It's got an interesting premise, but unfortunately, it just takes so long for the characters to get to where we are already, as you said.
Yeah.
If it was 90 minutes, I think it would be a pretty darn good film. There's some pretty great gory effects in it. I do agree with that. There's some pretty nasty moments in it. But yeah, I wasn't overly enamored by it. I don't think it's the worst thing ever. I don't think it's shit. I just think it's fine.
Yeah.
I'll forget about it in T-1 day. What was the film called again?
It was called Smile, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Brillo Pad.
Smile with a Brillo pad. Ouch.
Yeah. It reminds me of like if you watch a zombie movie and they spend like half an hour working out what a zombie is. You think, God, everyone knows what a zombie is. So we know what the idea is with this. Or like a haunted house movie where you got the skeptic, even though like stuff's floating right in front of his face, he's like, I don't believe in any of this. Like,
it's a fine one-off watch in a pile of modern horror films. It's that middle pile of films that is all right to give it a shot. Not in the bad pile of unwatchable stuff, but nowhere near in the pile of good stuff like Megan or
Better Than Talk to Me.
Oh, yeah. And of course, Ian's
one
bought Abigail. I'm interested in that.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that. That'd be quite good.
He said you can get it for a tenner now.
Ooh. It's got Guacamole Esposito in it.
Yeah, that's good to see him.
Guacamole.
The one time I got his name right was doing that short, and it was the first time I got his name right.
You really did well then.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw Terrifier 1. Yeah.
Oh, you watched?
Right. Okay.
Oh, that's great. What did you think?
I was laughing all the way through it, to be quite honest.
There you go.
Yeah.
See?
Just you wait to the third one. That is so funny.
Yeah.
There was the clown right by the car stabbing the girl's leg, and she was in. What the hell? They wanted to so emphasize her leg with all the blood coming out of it. She was sort of there going, "You with my handbag." Oh, that was going to do much. Yeah, I was laughing pretty much all the way. You shouldn't be laughing, but I suppose if you're laughing, you're getting a reaction. So what can I say?
Well, people who say like, "Yo, if you laugh at that film, you're sick." Well, we did watch a film last night that I'll talk about later because we do have another visitor here.
Well, who's that, Pete?
Oh.
He's got his hands out. Here he is. Hey.
Hiya.
Bloody hell.
How are you?
It's the Swiss Family Robinson.
Yeah, I'm good, thanks. Yourself?
That's good to hear. Right. I'll just finish what I quickly watched. I watched Transformers 1. I did do a short on it, and I really did enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. It's up there with Mutant Mayhem last year. It's a really fun time. I think, actually, I've been looking back on it. It is definitely a 4-star film. It's a great time. It's a great time.
Bumblebee, I sort of gave. Is it called Bumblebee? Is it Bumble? Whatever it is. I gave that a 3.5. So they have been getting better from there, haven't they? Really, I suppose.
Yeah, this is way better than any Michael Bay stuff. It's got a pretty good story to it, and it's like how they became Optimus Prime and Mega Octopus Tron.
I just stop you there.
Yeah.
You was talking about I know this is controversial, but I think the best Transformers film ever made is Michael Bay's first one.
I do like that one. That's the best one of the live actions.
Soft spot for it. I've just got a big soft spot for it.
I do like that one. I think that is the best Michael Bay one. That is a solid film until he started to be very.
All the others, the films are in disguise.
Yeah.
Transformers films are in disguise.
I remember watching the second one. I was like, "Oh, I liked the first one. Can't wait to watch it." Within the first 10 minutes, got 2 dogs shagging each other.
I do like
Michael Bay seal of quality.
Originally, the second one was a good film, but now it's not a patch on the rest.
Yeah, what the hell you can say about that Anthony Hopkins one? Bloody hell! What was it? Dark Side of the Moon or something?
Yeah, he was like, give him a job.
Dark of the Moon.
Yeah, he was.
Hate to be a Transformers pedant, even though I've never seen any of them. But
it was the last night, I think it was.
Oh yeah.
It was the last night. Yeah,
and it was the last goodbye from Michael Bloody Bay.
Yeah.
Who directed this one then?
The guy who did Toy Story 4.
Oh yeah, okay.
It kind of like it's like how they became enemies. It's quite a good little story. It's good. I liked it. And the best film that I watched this week was a film we watched last night. You watched it for ages ago, didn't you?
I've seen it before. It was I would class it as a recommendation from me.
Yeah, all your recommendations are great.
It's in my list of horror films.
It's Kill List.
Yeah.
Wow, what a brilliant film. It's so great. Again, another 90-minute film. It starts off as like a gangster film, a hitman film. It does, with a lot of that like British grit. It kind of reminded me a bit like Dead Man's Shoes with how like down to earth it is. And then it takes a swing, slowly gets a little bit stranger until it's like really shocking end.
It's the gangster part is very grisly, isn't
it?
It
is.
The kills are quite wince-inducing, aren't they?
There was a kill in a kitchen with a hammer, and like you say about Terrifier, he's tearing people apart and all that, but that scene, what he does to that person was enough to make you want to throw up. I think that is like, I even said to you, "Fuck me, that's rough."
Yeah.
But Terrifier is so over the top; it's like cartoon violence.
The point of it,
yeah.
So
I mean, the gore in Terrifier reminds me of like trauma gore. That's the kind of stuff they'd have in those films, and they are meant to be comedies. Yeah. So that like
fill a plaster of Paris leg with blood, and just basically put a screwdriver through it.
And it's way too bright. It's like the blood is too. It's like Suspiria. The blood is too bright to be real. It's probably to do with like the color grading of the film, but in this film, like I said to you, it was kind of reminiscent of like Roadkill, the way that the gore looked. It was more, it was a bit more, like I say, grisly.
It was grounded and felt realistic.
Felt very
it wasn't
realistic.
over exaggerated either. It was quite a rather simple and clean kill, so to speak. But not so clean.
It just amazes me how all of these sort of like villains and killers that are in these horror films, they're so precise with getting the artery, the main artery vein, right? Because every single time it's like the blood gushes out, and I'm going, wow, he's hit that vein really well. Because if you ever actually randomly just go and cut something, there would be a delay unless you hit the artery, and then it'd split out like mad. So I'm just going, wow, all of these are like absolutely accurate. God, Jesus, look at that.
But
it's like when you have like these Kurosawa films, when someone goes through someone with a samurai sword, the blood comes out like a spray, doesn't it?
Yes,
You can hear the spray noise of it.
Yeah.
So it's like that kind of anime kind of way they do it. But the other thing I like about Kill List is the relationship between the two hitmen. It's quite likable. It's Michael Smiley, who people might know from Spaced. He plays Tiles,
and he's also in Luther.
Is he?
Yeah,
oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
For me, he's most famous. It's like you said yesterday. Oh, I didn't know he was in Spaced, and to me, I was like, it's like someone saying, "Oh, I didn't know David Hyde Pierce was in Frasier." It's like, obviously, you know, that's who I thought everyone knew him as, Tiles in Spaced. He's so great at like that sort of, you know, he's almost like a wisecracking kind of.
Oh, and Hellboy as well, isn't it? As well, is
he in Hellboy? Oh, David Hyde Pierce is in Hellboy. Yeah.
But he's really like charming in the way that he delivers his lines as well. He's a nasty person, but he's a sort of light, because the main character is pretty dark.
Yeah.
But there is quite a funny sort of moment with it. There's moments where they're arguing or fighting, and in the next frame they're like making up or having a laugh.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a Ben Wheatley thing that they do that. There's that really heavy editing, which I think probably makes the film shorter.
Yeah,
and I think is probably for the best to get through all that kind of.
Like, there's a bit where the main character argues with his wife, and oh my days, jeez. I know people like that.
Yeah.
And then the next frame, they're making up.
Yeah.
Like, wow.
Yeah.
But
it's kind of two films, isn't it? And then the end is sort of goes into different.
Kill List is brilliant. Just about 90 minutes. It's on Amazon Prime. If you haven't seen it, check it out.
Yeah, what year is Kill List?
2011. Yeah.
I thought I'd heard of it. Yeah, I reckon I've seen it. It's one of those ones I can't quite remember. You know what I mean?
It's up there with like Eden Lake as one of the most shocking endings. The film like pulls the rug under you with the ending.
Right.
Well, not for you because you've seen it before.
No, I always found. I remember when I first saw it, I found it really grueling and horrible. And when I saw it the second time, I didn't kind of feel that. I don't know if it's just because I've seen it before, but I didn't really feel it this time. The ending was quite interesting. I remember my dad, he said, I watched one of your horror films. This is a long time ago. And it was two I knew that I brought on DVD. One was Kill List and the other was Suspiria. And he said, I didn't like it. It was a bit silly. And I didn't know which one. I assume he meant Suspiria. That would seem like, you know, because if you watch to some people it would be a bit silly. But I don't know whether it wouldn't be Kill List, do you think?
I don't know, maybe because it changes in.
Yeah, that's what I wondered. But yeah,
if he was expecting it was going to be like a gangster film or something, and then it goes to where it goes.
When you get her like hanging at the start through that stained glass window, you might be like, "Oh, that's a bit silly."
Or the bird kill, whatever there is.
Bat
kill or something. Isn't there something? I don't know. I'm thinking of a different thing.
You're thinking of the dog.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's an animal.
That's true. Yeah, they are both animals.
Yeah. But that is all the films I've watched this week.
Now, there is a bat in it.
Yes.
There is a bat. She gets attacked by a bat. And in one of the cuts I've seen, the string is really obvious.
Yes, the one that is really obvious.
It is like literally Dario. I don't know, just.
I know. It really gave the creeps to my mum.
Did it?
Yeah. But what was I going to say? Best film of the week is Kill List, and definitely check out Transformers 1 if you haven't. It's a really great film that deserves to be supported.
Ever since Sin said talked about it, I've wanted to go and see that film. So,
So Jamie, what have you been watching this week?
yeah, what's Castaway Joe here? What that if that beard gets any bloody longer, then he cast away.
What the other day?
Well, bloody crop it again then. Jesus Christ, man.
I've only watched. I think I've only watched 2 films.
You think?
Yeah, Terrifier 1 and 2.
Oh, good.
Terrifier 2 was a first time viewing.
Yeah.
And obviously I've seen Terrifier 1 before, so it was like a second viewing.
So you like Terrifier 1?
The first one's okay. I wouldn't rave about it.
Oh, that's good.
Well, I mentioned earlier, you see, Jamie, that I saw Terrifier as well this week.
Which one?
The first one.
The thing is, I went into the first one, the second one, expecting it to be overhyped again. I personally don't think it lives up to the hype for what it was made out to be. Okay. But you know the woman, the woman who has the samurai sword in 2.
Yes. Just
she was literally the best thing about the entire film. And then when the film finished, I'm not spoiling out, don't panic. I was kind of raging. I was like, so you do that and then you do Terrifier 3, and I'm just like, so I'm not spoiling out, don't panic. And I was like, so Terrifier 3 is just a cash grab, and I was kind of a bit frustrated. I was like, why would you do that? And yeah, and then obviously I was chatting to Jamie Powell about it, and he says, did you watch the credit clip at the end? And I was like, what?
There's 2 post-credit scenes, I think.
And then I went on Terrifier 2, watched the credit clip. It was about 5 minutes. I think it's probably the longest movie clip we've ever had in history. And then as soon as I watched that, I was a bit relieved. I was kind of like, yeah, it makes sense now. And now I'm kind of wanting to see where they go with Terrifier 3.
Oh, good. Do you think you'll go and see Terrifier 3 at the cinema?
I don't know. My local cinema that's like 5 minutes down the road hasn't got it.
Oh, maybe they'll have it nearer to Halloween.
So if they don't get it, which I don't think they will, the nearest place to watch it is Beverley, and that's like half an hour away.
Oh, well, I hope you like it when you get round to watching it.
I've not watched the trailer for Terrifier 3, but I'm intrigued to see where it goes after.
I think he'll like the third one a lot.
You think?
I think he'll, I don't know, I think he'll like the third one a lot. Do you like Art the Clown?
He's okay. I wouldn't rave about him. He's okay. He just doesn't speak. He just does. He just does little smiles. He just doesn't say it, talk.
I think like him not talking adds a lot to the performance. It does. It makes it.
He's like a horror Mr. Bean, which is something I said last week, and it turns out the actor did say that it was Mr. Bean.
We watched a couple of interviews with the director and the guy who played Art the Clown, and it sounds like such an interesting like project the whole Terrifier films are. It could just be 1 more film or 2 more films, but they've got the ending in sight. They have.
Oh, that's good then. But after the credit clip of 2, I am kind of intrigued to see where they go next.
Well, I'll tell you, there's no credit clip in 3
No,
because we stay to the end, and there
Mm.
weren't no.
Thanks for that.
But there's a fun little Christmas tune playing, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. Yeah,
But well, they did the music video, didn't they? For
they
the film?
did. No, that was a different song, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's a music video for
Banned straight out of the early noughties.
yeah, it's a 20-minute clip, isn't it? It's a 20-minute
yeah,
mini
it is.
movie, and it's pretty darn brutal as well, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. It's got the Art the Clown in it.
Yes, it's got Art the Clown in it, and he does a lot of bad stuff in the
It
nightclub.
does, yeah, and the return of the actress from the first film.
Yes, as well. Yeah, she returns as well.
Yeah, somehow she returned.
Somehow she did.
Mm.
Maybe it happened before the first Terrifier film.
Yeah, unlikely.
I don't know.
I don't know. I can't remember what happens to her. It's quite yeah.
But
If you thought the stuff in Terrifier 3 was bad, there's something in that.
well, he goes a little bit one more step there, don't he?
Yeah. We were saying about how like people who say, "Oh, you're sick for liking the humor in Terrifier," you know, you just think, you know, people have said this kind of stuff for ages. Like, oh, you're against.
And the thing is,
common decency for liking this thing.
You're saying these things, but you're actually feeding people to go and see it more.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the other thing. Yeah.
I have seen a couple of like videos people have posted online about people complaining. This person said, oh, "I'm so disgusted with this film, so I sat through the film on my phone all the time."
Yeah.
Why on your phone? Get out the cinema.
Yeah, exactly.
Think of the other people.
Mm. Well, you know what, that kind of person.
Yeah.
Think of it.
Yeah. But is that all you've seen, Jamie?
That's it. I kind of want to watch something tonight, I think, but I don't know what.
Oh, what? Have you got anything in mind?
I don't know.
Oh, that's a good film.
Oh, please.
No, honestly, I just don't know. I might watch something. It depends how long the stream is.
Yeah. Wow. Mass. Awesome.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, there's quite a few streams in the UK. I mean, my God, they're quite a few miles long. You know, I mean, Jesus, I've been along a few streams actually in my time, and yeah,
I've heard they're very wet.
The wetter, the better. Oops.
Oh no, please.
God. I knew it was going to go to that level at some point.
I went there.
Yeah.
I'm not ashamed.
No, I know.
It had to be done. But anyway, before we get into the comment section, do you want to promote your channel to everybody watching at home, Delboy?
Oh, well, thank you very much. Yeah, I've got a nice little channel that started off as a blog. It's more a retro zone now, which is where the name sort of like comes from. Some gaming stuff, some film stuff, discussions. Nice little community. I've got a little Discord as well that people can come in and chat on. Basically, I like to just cover anything that's got a bit of a nostalgia element to it. So, you know, anybody that's already subbed to me, thank you very much. Anybody that'd like to, be much appreciated. But yeah, I seem to be putting out quite a bit of content actually at the moment while I'm waiting to go back to work. That won't be too long now, but while I can, I'll keep pumping out the stuff. And thanks very much, Pete, for allowing me to do that. It's great.
No.
Cheers.
Always a pleasure. And what about you, Jamie?
That's the Batman Talks movies. I do want to do a room tour, which obviously we call Batcave 2.0. So yeah, that'll be soon, hopefully.
Oh, great stuff. And
So when you do your movie reviews, then Jamie, do you do it in that voice? You know,
No,
I've just watched this film.
no,
You do it like that?
no. When I reviewed the Flash movie, I actually put my Batman outfit on to do it.
yes, I can remember that.
Yeah.
Can you do a Batman voice? That's one thing I haven't heard him say. I don't think.
I've never practiced it. I need to practice it. I think if I practice it, I'll be fine.
You can't beat up villains and then turn around and say, I can't talk at the moment because I've got to practice before I speak. Go through Gotham like that. Hey, hang on. I just got to practice my voice. I'm back. There we are. I'm back. Can't do that, can you?
No, you have got a point. Yeah.
Wow. Amy, do you want to promote your channel?
Yeah, join me on Twitch.
There you go. Oh yeah, I was going to say, have you got a question to answer our guest this week?
No, I have a thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, I had 2 last week, and
Well, if you've got a question, ask it anytime you like. Always like an Amy question.
yeah.
It's very
One of your questions you had last week, Amy, I forgot one of them because I had an answer for one of them.
One of them was the front covers of videos and DVDs that you remember when you're from a childhood. And the other one,
It was
I got one. What's the most expensive film you bought for your collection and then regretted afterwards?
Oh yeah, I remember. It was basically a film you had expectations for, and then you was disappointed.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's it.
Oh dear, I can't go through myself.
What was it then, Batman?
I've got one.
Right.
It is actually Hunger Games Mockingjay Part 2.
Right. Okay. But you were searching for that. I think it'd be quite easy to find Mockingjay Part 2. Or you just been anticipating it for a long time?
No, I've watched it. It was just when it came out at the cinema, I was so hyped for it. And then when I walked out, I was like, yeah, it's the worst one.
That's what I said on the first one.
Yeah. You thought that was the worst one.
Even though it was the first one.
I think the best thing about Mockingjay Part 2 was like they got the ending perfect. But it was just the build up and there wasn't a lot going on.
It had the Harry Potter issue of 2 films for the final film, book or whatever.
Yeah.
It was stupid. They shouldn't have done
annoying.
2
I don't
parts.
like that stuff.
To be honest, I didn't like Deathly Hallows Part 2.
Yeah.
I think it was the worst one.
Oh no, that's Half-Blood Prince.
I
was never good on the Half-Blood Prince.
Whoa, that's my favourite.
My favourite is Prisoner of Azkaban's.
Yeah.
I just thought the Half-Blooded Prince was a little bit half-boiled. But I'm glad that you enjoy it, Jamie. That's the main thing. At least it's got fans out there.
What, Half-Blood Prince?
Yeah.
Not too bad, is it? Well, the first one.
No, it's the 6th one.
No, but the first, isn't there 2 of them?
What, Half-Blood Prince?
Yeah.
No, it's just one. It's Deathly Hallows.
Oh, right. Okay. Who cares?
So Delboy, your question was like, what was the most expensive film that you bought that you regret?
Yeah, what an expensive film that you bought in your collection. You were really waiting for it. When you got it, bag of shit. Really disappointing.
Oh, I don't know. Has there been a film that you've...
I'm not so much of a collector, am I?
Is there one that you've...
You nearly bought Smile, didn't you?
Yeah, well, I'm glad I did. But that was only going to be a tenner. It wouldn't have been more of a gut punch if it was 30 or 40 quid.
Yeah.
Is there a film that you acquired that you was like, wow, that was a waste?
I
bought some really expensive stuff. I've bought Titanic for 100 quid and all of this sort of stuff. And when I've got it, I've gone, what? why was this £100? You know, I've done that. You see, I mean, there's one for a start. Another one was Top Gear and Maverick box set. Came in this great big thing. It had 2 Steelbooks in it, and the people that pre-ordered it paid £120 for it. I mean, I got it for £70 and thought it was bloody overpriced.
Yeah, I remember watching some unboxing for it. It looked dreadful for the money.
You know what I mean? So I suppose I put it out there because a lot of people out there are collectors, and they have spent like a lot of money on a particular title or something, and when they've got it, they've gone, what? What's this?
Like the only big collector's edition that I probably got that I regretted was more to the film itself, not to the packaging or anything. Was irreversible. It was really just a one-time watch for me. It is a good film, but for me, I'm not really was into that film. But it was a nice box set. It cost about £25, but it was a good package and everything. But those sort of ones that are really expensive and all you get is a little bit of paper and it's really expensive. There's the Galaxy Quest box set that's coming out, £45, and all it is just pieces of paper and a steelbook essentially.
Yeah, I've pre-ordered it though. Yeah.
I may just pre-order the steelbook, but I did have a look on Amazon Italy, and you can actually get that £45 box set for only 25 or 30 quid.
Yeah, it's been out a while. The only thing that's different about it will be it's got foreign language writing on the outside of the box, really. So.
I think it's actually in English. All of it is. So it's not too bad. I mean, you got to pay like £2 postage or something, but that's not too bad when it's coming from India. Oh, I mean Italy. I've got India and Italy mixed up.
Hey, you're always doing that.
Yeah, well, they're very close to each other.
Don't do that when you're ordering food. You'll be disappointed.
So, Jamie, is there a film that you bought that you regret buying?
I don't think there is.
What about The Shining?
Oh, no, I don't regret that.
Ah, that's all right.
I'll tell you one that I'll tell you later.
Yeah, we haven't had our weekly look at The Shining, have we? So he's just gone to get it. Look.
Well, I was thinking the Rise of Skywalker.
Well, you knew that'd be bad, though, didn't you?
Oh, Last Jedi,
Oh, you hadn't seen that? Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I'd seen all.
Yeah, I know some people that bought the Skywalker box set that they were disappointed with. It was like everything's in cardboard, costs £179 this or something. You know what I mean? You can get it now for about £50.
I was in CX the other day and I got.
I think it was still there.
Yeah.
Yeah, where?
What are you gonna say? What?
Oh, Stanley Kubrick collection.
Yeah, it's got the new BBFC, so it's just basically a re-release thing.
Well, you can watch Eyes Wide Shut. That's a good film.
It's got Lolita, Space Odyssey, Clockwork Orange, Barry Lyndon, The Shining, Full Metal Jacket, and Eyes Wide Shut.
Yeah. Can't beat a bit of Full Metal Jacket potato.
Oh, no.
Yeah, we haven't seen that for at least 7 days. That's brilliant.
Okay, then.
I'm still trying to work out how to get rid of that maze.
If you stay on the stream past midnight and I show it then, it'll be 6 days.
Yeah.
But pre-COVID, 2019, pre-COVID, I brought this from CX for, I think it was £30. And now this is going for 90 at CX.
Wow. It's ridiculous, their prices.
I do want to sell it, but it's just, but I know if I sell it, I think it's quite hard to get now.
You know what, Jamie? Don't get rid of it. You may regret it. Keep it in your collection. It'll only go up in price.
What I'm doing, even though I don't like the film, it goes nice with the Doctor Sleep Steelbook.
Yeah,
it goes really nice.
Sell it when 8K comes out.
So I was in a charity shop the other day, and obviously, as you do, you go and they had a load of Blu-rays, and I was like, I just picked them all up, and so they're all £1. There was all £1 each, so I brought that for £1. That's
nice.
That's a fiver in CX.
Nice.
I got that for £1.
Yeah,
I got that for that's a tenner in CX.
That's a good film. That's all right with Rutger Hauer.
yeah, I got that for a fiver in one of the sales just about a couple of weeks ago. I think.
I got that for £1. That's £3 in CX. I've never seen that.
That's a good.
To Kill a Mockingbird's brilliant.
I got that for £1, but
Brilliant.
I do have the second sight. I got the second sight version of Drive from a charity shop.
Wow.
It was like a couple of quid, and I thought I'm having that. And I got this as well, and then I got that.
That's a great film.
Yeah.
I've never watched.
Yeah, not many people talk about Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Jamie, that's the film that got Robert Downey Jr. Iron Man.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, it is great. He is brilliant in it. Val Kilmer is
So
fantastic. in it.
technically, you've got Batman and Iron Man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm interested. Yes, as I said, there
Yeah,
was
but they
another.
don't wear their costumes in it, Jamie. Honestly, don't get too excited. They ain't got Batman underpants on or Iron Man underpants
I
on
was
or
a
anything
bit
like that.
I was really disappointed when I watched, Civil War with Kirsten Dunst.
Mm.
I was so annoyed when Captain America didn't appear for a cameo.
And he does cameos these days.
I know, yeah.
But
Too busy doing a Mad Max film.
So is that a good film then?
yeah,
Yes.
it's good. It's good.
I've not watched any of them. I've
Well-
not watched any.
Leave Kiss Kiss Bang Bang to Christmas because it's kind of a Christmas film. It's set around Christmas. It is.
And there was another one, but I sold that because I got £8 credit for, and it went towards the Cubic collection.
Ah,
So yeah,
show us your Steelbook again quickly.
Yeah, because I've forgotten what it looks like.
oh really?
I didn't show what you got.
But
Oh,
technically, when the stream's finished, you can just pause it or take a picture. It lasts longer.
Yeah, but trouble is when you pause it, I'll try and work out where I am in the
Right.
maze and try and get out.
Jamie, what is the film called?
The Shining.
Have you seen the spin-off, The Shining?
Oh, with groundskeeper Willie.
Yeah.
He's got it.
Have you seen the film The Dulling?
I didn't.
You didn't know about the Shilling?
No,
You don't like those treehouse?
no,
horror
I
ones,
think
do
they're
you?
crap.
The Nice Guys was probably one of my first kind of big disappointments in the cinema. I thought this is going to be right
Yeah.
up my street, and I just couldn't stand it. I thought it was rubbish.
Another Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling disappointment. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the Fall Guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, anything with guys in it with Ryan Gosling is.
Yeah, wise guys.
Well, one for Amy got
Yeah.
me the Nightmare on Elm Street Steelbook from
Yeah,
Zavi.
that's the one I got.
Oh, that's a lovely one, isn't
So
it?
yeah,
Well, looking forward to watching that
for
one.
your birthday.
Oh, you got the collector set as well, though, haven't you?
No, just
In Bellatrix.
oh
So
yeah,
the collector set has got that as the outside case, and then inside it's
and a
got the
different
poster.
Steelbook. Yeah,
Yeah,
I preferred the design of this Steelbook. I thought it looked really good. I wasn't too hot on the other Steelbook.
and a lot of people say exactly the opposite. Oh, I'm so glad I got the collector's one because the Steelbook has got the actual movie poster, and I like that one better than the shitty outer box one that this is. And I'm going, I've just bought that as a Steelbook. You called it shitty. Bloody hell.
Amy also got me
God.
Dragon Ball
I forgot
Sparkling
it
Zero.
I forgot that existed.
Yeah, HMV's got it for 40 quid.
Is it worth it?
Well, you've already got the Kubrick collection.
No, I don't. This is the different one. The one didn't have them all in. This has got them all in, I think.
Well, if you want
Collection.
if you want another edition of the Shinin, then it might be worth it.
So is that in 4K then?
I don't know. Only a couple of them are in 4K. I think might be the Sin and the 21st Century.
I think that leaflet is from a couple of years ago, Jamie. So I think that leaflet, Jamie, is from a couple of years ago. So I think there's only a couple in there that are 4K. It's a little bit like the Alfred Hitchcock box set they've announced this week. It's people are saying, well, I've got most of these in the Steelbooks. Why? There's only 2 for me to actually get out.
You mean
what's the bloody point in buying it?
Yeah. They used to say to him, they said, Alfred, you can get cream for that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll take that.
Yeah.
Question.
But I did get Dragon Ball Sparkly Zero. Thank you, Amy.
Sparkling Zero.
Sparkling Zero.
Oh yeah.
So it's water.
Yeah.
The Persona spin-off creators metaphor.
That was the metaphor.
It's a metaphor for the game with the best title ever.
It's a metaphor for
Squirrel with a gun.
Squirrel with a gun. Or Conker's bad third day too.
Pretty much. I'm looking forward to trying that.
And you got your testosterone filled game as well, didn't you?
Oh, what? Space Marine 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I played a bit of it today. I'll give it a little peek.
That's got some good reviews, Space Marine 2.
It's a lot of fun. It is. It's really good. I've only played about a half an hour of it, but it's great. Even my dad was like, "Oh, this looks good, Pete."
Oh, all of those Warhammer sort of Space Marine and all that sort of stuff look good though.
And I also got the Tomb Raider box set arrived today as well. But I've got to unbox it and perform major surgery on it because I've got a floater.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, you get a map in, a map in there and everything.
So if you heard the latest, apparently now Angel of Darkness and that's getting a remaster.
Oh yeah, Tomb Raider. Yeah, Tomb Raider 4, 5, and 6 are, yeah.
And it's got Angel of Darkness in.
Yeah.
So what about Legend or Tomb Raider Anniversary? Any of them?
They'll probably get a remake next year or the year after. I should
think it's down to sales, Jamie. I mean, that remaster came out on PC like 8 or 9 months ago. It's only just come out for PS5, but as they keep getting the money in,
when I tell you this. So I was playing Tomb Raider, Angel of Darkness when I was at school. Have you played it, Pete?
No.
So I used to play the school, and basically Tomb Raider Angel of Darkness was a game wherever you paused it and you continue in that exact location. So stupid me, I fall down a hole and save it.
Oh, well, I've done that before with other games.
Every time I loaded, I died. So, yeah, it was pointless.
Can you hear me, Jamie?
What?
Such a sad joke.
Yeah, that.
I just wondered, because I hadn't finished speaking and you opened your gob.
Oh.
I'm only taking the piss. Go on.
So he's had a what? Fish. But let's get on with the comments. We've got to get through. So first up, we have Marvel fan here saying, "Hi all, how are yous? I watched the National Lampoon Vacation this week. Rented the film on Amazonians, and I enjoyed it. I got the 4K from Amazonian, originally $15.99, but with $5.99 off coupon, I got it for a tenner. That's cool. Their price matched the H&V 50% off, but I went in the H&V today, and that's back up to 20 quid. I like National Lampoon's Vacation. It's a great, fun film.
I take it that's the original one.
Yeah, Yeah, Holiday
Yeah.
Road.
It's Amazon.
Yeah, it's just that it wasn't the remake, wasn't the one that Jamie would say remake, just called Vacation. Was that right?
Yeah, with Ed Helms.
Yeah, it did have him in it.
Is that actually a remake or is it just a spin-off?
It's like a requel. It's a reboot sequel.
But the thing is, I was watching it with a few friends like 2019 or 2018 or something, and one of them knew exactly what it was. The other of them was like, "Oh, it's Chevy Chase," and I was like, "I didn't know that." And obviously, Chevy Chase does have a cameo, and I think the highlight of that film, there's one scene that there's a few scenes that makes that film. You know, the one where they go to the swimming baths and then they end up going in the raw sewage.
Yeah.
And then the scene with Chris Hemsworth.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
that is hilarious. And yeah, that is hilarious. But yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. Have you seen
No,
any of the
haven't seen any of
vacations?
them.
Oh.
I've only seen National Anthem.
Bloody hell.
I'm about to take off.
Yeah,
So-
I've seen Loaded Weapon. National Anthem's
Oh,
Loaded Weapon.
I'd like to see Loaded Weapon.
Yeah, I didn't see that.
That's got.
I don't think I've ever seen a Chevy Chase.
Pete's got a loaded weapon tonight. Yeah. See, I could go there as well.
No.
So if Pete's got a loaded weapon, and then as soon as the stream ends and we all go, it'll be Naked Gun.
Whether he's got a silencer on it. That's what I want.
I landed myself in that one.
You did you?
Yeah. I can't remember where I was going on my tangent. But
Yay!
you've seen Loaded
I couldn't
Weapon.
have mentioned it today.
But was you impressed with Loaded Weapon?
Yeah, I was. Yeah.
Oh, that's
The
good.
film, the one where Chevy Chase is in a restaurant and he's eating meatball, and he's like, "Oh, everyone, the record falls tonight. It's almost at 27 for 3 years. That's a tie. 29. We've got a new record." And then she says, "Oh, most people just can't stand sheep balls." What is that one? Is that a Chevy Chase? Is that a vacation film?
I'm not sure
No.
because the second one he goes all over Europe, but I don't.
He
remember
meets
that
Eric
being
Idle in the second one.
Yeah, Eric Idle's in that one. Yeah, it starts off in London with Mel Smith as well in the hotel.
Ah.
I honestly don't know.
But they go all around Europe, and I don't think they stop off at Italy and do that one and all that. So they win the competition, pig in a poke, don't they? The third one's Christmas. So I don't know. Don't
know. But I do remember Michael Clark, whatever is his name.
Michael Clark Duncan.
Michael Clark. No, it isn't him. It's one who plays Rusty.
Rusty.
Yeah.
What else is he in?
Oh, I can't. He's from Don't You Forget About Me.
Oh, Judd.
Not
Judd Nelson.
the other one. Anthony Michael Hall.
Anthony Michael Hall.
Oh yeah.
Michael Clark Duncan.
3 names, isn't it?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Anthony Michael Duncan.
They didn't say Captain Zeta Jones.
Yeah, Anthony Michael Hall. Well, you basically see him grow up in that film. At the start of the film, he's like he hasn't hit puberty, and at the end of the film, he's taller than Chevy Chase, and he's got a deep voice.
Yeah.
It's always the funniest thing about that film.
He's changed a lot, hasn't he?
Yeah, he has.
Michael Hall.
Yeah,
He's like a bully now, doesn't he?
well, yeah, he was in Halloween Kills. I was like, is that you? Whatever happened to your mop top?
It's proper role now, isn't he? You can see.
Well,
his
yeah,
proper
that's what
role.
happens when you're in the 80s.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I remember him in the Dead Zone TV series. He was pretty good in that. But on to the next comment. Marvel Fan also says, are any of you guys getting the Wombles Blu-ray box set or the Wallace and Gromit 4K box set?
Yeah,
My friend Denny is. I'm not.
I'm kind of annoyed about that, the Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah, because the new one's coming out this year, isn't it?
The thing is, I saw a post in a Facebook group and someone commented and says, "Oh, where's Wallace and Gromit Curse of the Were Rabbit on Blu-ray?" And then obviously next year they're doing the spin-off or the new special with the penguin with the
Feathers McGraw.
yeah, with the glove on his head, yeah. So two of them
Glove on his head.
already.
Yeah.
I'm just like, they've missed a big opportunity.
They'll probably release them separately on 4K and then do another big box set of it.
He does have a glove on his head, because isn't he
I've
impersonating?
got them all on Blu-ray.
I've still got them on DVD.
I've got them on Blu-ray.
Oh, I'd be interested to see what they'd be like on 4K.
I really like him. Yeah.
I can't imagine like the first one, the Grand Adventure, would look great on 4K.
I was having a laugh with a friend about this, and I basically says, because obviously it's plasticine in it, you're going to see all the fingerprints on the crotch and all that.
Yeah. I don't think the crotches move that much.
Because it's all plasticine in it, so you'll see all the fingerprints all over the crotches and the bodies and that.
That's what 4K was made for. So, would you be tempted by the Wombles?
Yeah, not the Wombles, no.
But Wallace and Gromit?
Yeah, I would be tempted by that. Oh. No Were Rabbit then.
I assume not.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
The thing is, because obviously they're not proper films, are they? It's only special, so it should be something like 20 quid.
I think it's 30 quid. I think.
Oh, that's reasonable-ish.
It's not too bad. It's not too bad for the price. If they include some like little art cards in it as well and a nice slipcover, it might just justify the price. But
yeah,
we'll see. I'm not wimbling free for the Wombles.
No.
But no, Wallace and Gromit, yeah, it's pretty good.
Madam Shoelace doesn't do it for me.
But that's cool to see they've released Wallace and Gromit on 4K. Hopefully the film, the new one, will follow.
Yeah.
Marvel Fan says, in last week's stream, I mentioned about Cobra Kai and season 1 to 4 on DVD. Last week,
put off by how you say these.
Last week stream, I mentioned I got Cobra Kai season 1 to 4 on DVD Weeb, and now I've got season 5 on DVD. But season 4 and season 5 are the only seasons not to get a Blu-ray release. I hope they release the Blu-ray box set. I imagine they will do. The series is huge. They've announced a new film as well. So I imagine once the series is all done and dusted, probably next year, this time next year, they'll announce a big box set, both on Blu-ray and DVD. Maybe even 4K, because a lot of people like it. I have seen a couple of episodes. I'm not a fan of the Karate Kid, but I like the 2 episodes I watched. You ever been man of Cobra Kai?
I've never seen Karate Kid or any of the other ones.
To be honest, the only one I'm not a huge on any of them. The one I like the most is the one that everybody despises, and that's the one with Hilary Swank.
He said it wrong, man.
Did I? Oh dear. Yeah. What an S? What's
an S between friends?
But have you seen Cobra Kai, Delboy?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen them streamed. You know, I haven't. I don't have them on physical media. I've always known about this. Only this is on DVD and only this is on Blu-ray. I look at it from a point of view as whenever somebody comes up with a question like this and says, do you think season 1 will come out on Blu-ray? Did they stream it at 1080p, you know, back in the day on Netflix or anything? And if they did, then there's a good chance.
No, streamed in 4K. It is.
Is it?
Yeah.
First season.
Yeah, they're all in
Wow.
4K.
Yeah, it wasn't that long
Yeah,
ago.
so as far as I'm concerned, you're about it. The world's your oyster in regards to in the future. So, I mean, the thing I'm looking forward to, I've heard this week that June Prophecy is really now not far away from coming out. I'm looking forward to
It's
that.
coming out once Penguin's finished.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. Cobra, you see, Cobra Kai to me, I've heard was good, but I came into it quite late because it was like, do I really want to watch, the Karate Kid in a TV series a bit later on? And I was going, yeah. And then everybody was telling me, oh, you've missed a really good show, and it's all of this. And then I went back to it, but by then I was at the end. They were at the end of season 2, I think. So it was a bit like that. I had to get caught up and all that. I've watched it, but it's I'm not excited by Cobra Kai at all. It's not that type of film for me.
I imagine with the film,
I can totally get it why people are, and to be quite honest, it's got some great write-ups. So
yeah, it's as huge as Stranger Things. It is. Whenever the series start, people always like binge watching it. I will say I'd rather watch Cobra Kai than Stranger Things. I couldn't get on with that.
Right.
No.
I've only just got caught up with the boys. You know what I mean?
The Boys is pretty good, but I think this recent season has definitely fallen off a cliff. It has picked itself up a bit, but
a lot of strange decisions being made in it.
yeah.
It's still got that,
Well, for me, I watched it all for the first time, didn't I? In pretty much quick succession up to the 4th one, and you noticed the drop quality from 3 to 4.
Yeah, I remember when there was one episode where we were like, we can't barely watch
the second episode, I think, of season 4. I think it is, and I was like nearly ready to turn it off. It's like so bad it was.
Yeah.
But it did redeem itself nearing the end of the season. It wasn't too bad. It's not the worst thing out there. Hopefully they can stick the landing with the final season. What about you, Jamie? Have you seen Cobra Kai?
I've never seen Cobra Kai, but I do feel it is like hyped. But I am interested in it.
He loves that word hype, doesn't he? It's hype. It's hyped. It's big and hyped.
I don't use hype on everything, just certain things, but I am curious in it to see what it is. I am interested in it, but the only Karate Kid I've seen the first one, which was over a decade ago. Couldn't really get into it, and the only one that I've seen a lot, and I absolutely love the film, and it's obviously my favorite one because it's the only one I've really seen, is the Jackie Chan one.
Oh, that piece of shit.
I love the Jackie Chan one.
It's fine.
It's awful.
I love it.
As soon as it had Will Smith spawn in it, I didn't want to watch it. Oops.
I love it.
You could say Spawn.
Oh yeah.
I'd rather go back 38 years and watch the first one again than that.
I couldn't get into the first one.
Jamie, you should give the next Karate Kid a go with Hilary Swanks.
Oh Christ, that as well.
That's my favourite one.
I need to. I've got them all. I've got the Karate Kid box set on Blu-ray. I got the re-release they did with the new BBFC logo. I've got that one, and then I've got series 1 to 3 of Cobra Kai, because apparently is it series 4 didn't get a Blu-ray release or something.
It's got it here. Look, it tells you.
It only had a DVD.
But do you like Hilary Swank?
Pardon?
Do you like Hilary Swank?
Yeah, she's finger licking good.
Yeah.
I will tell you what film is a
Hilary Wank
with her in. $1 Million Baby.
Well, that's the sequel to the next Karate Kid.
There you go.
I got my
First
first
round of
Marvel
applause.
night.
I will give you that.
You got
That
a sitting
one.
ovation.
Yeah.
Right, next question.
Yeah.
Yep. We've got Marvel fans saying if they do a Blu-ray box set of all 6 seasons, I'm hoping they'll release them in a steelbook as well. I don't know whether they'll do a steelbook, but
Yeah, that's a bit of a tall order.
a box set will be. We do have a guy called Playtendoguy here saying a link to the stream is here if anybody.
Oh, I've heard he's a right bastard. Anyway,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I'll
a
try.
is he? I'll bet a blocker, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, yeah. Spam that comment.
We've got Edward here saying evening all. Evening all.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello. Hope you're all well. Hope you had a good birthday, Peter. I had a lovely birthday. Thank you ever so much.
you wait. There's about 15 comments after this that'll be happy birthday, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Pete. Happy birthday, Pete.
We do have Minhalju here saying, hey, everyone. Hope you're all well. Whoa, I got really close there to say something else. Hope you're well, Minhalju. Great seeing you, mate, and hope you're having a lovely weekend. A lot of people chatting with each other. We do have Sai here saying, evening, gang. Please keep the comments polite as I've already had somebody in the timeout. And in the words of Eric Cartman, you will respect my authority.
Mm,
Yeah.
very well read.
Yeah, absolutely no time for idiots here if they're not.
No, yeah, no idiots allowed.
Well, that
Why am
comment.
I
yes,
here?
yes. Somehow I got on the stream though.
Well, this is my channel as well, and I'm the king idiot. No, but like nasty people leaving horrible
Yeah.
comments, there's no need for that, and they'll
No.
be picked and blocked straight away.
Swiftly dealt with.
They'll be swiftly dealt with. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that chap and kill list last night.
Oh dear, not
Oh dear. That's a bit too far.
No, I don't think we'll do that.
No, we're just kindly close the door on them.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah. We have Marvel fans.
Kicked him out. He
Yeah,
didn't get kicked out, didn't he?
yeah, he did. Yeah.
No, they left. Anyway,
Oh,
we'll leave. We'll leave the stream and leave the trolls on there.
Sai said happy birthday, Pete, for yesterday. Oh, thanks ever so much, Sai. Really do appreciate it. Loads of people wish me a happy birthday today, but like happy belated birthday. That's nice.
Yeah. Where were they yesterday?
Well, to be honest, it could be Facebook because you never hardly get a.
Yeah, but they should
notification.
remember it, shouldn't they?
I don't know. It's not written. Not written in the calendar like the King's birthday, is it?
No, I suppose not. No.
Have
Well,
to,
you could
have to
buy
be bloody
Playtendoguy
careful anyway.
branded calendar.
You have to be careful with Facebook anyway. You don't want to put your proper date in there.
No.
Yeah, you could get the Playtendoguy branded calendar available from Calendar Club for the very small fee of $8.99 with 16 months. Yes, 16 months
Wow, that's good.
of 16 different photographs of me holding different Blu-rays
Yeah.
up, going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where are these Blu-rays covering?
Yeah.
What type of calendar is this that you've done?
Yeah.
And then on December, you lift the flap up.
I don't want to know.
What do they know about your flap?
I don't
Wait,
want to know what's under his
There's
flat. Thank you very
a
much.
scene in and I'm not sure if you know this, but there's a scene in Calendar Girls where they're all in the church talking, and Helen Mirren goes, the 12 most beautiful sights of George Clooney, and she said something about you lift the flap up for December.
Ah,
No.
that's good.
I didn't know Jamie knew about the flap.
Yeah. You're gonna look that one, yeah.
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 We do have Mac Chat saying, hey all. Hey Mac Chat, hope you doing well, mate. Mac Chat says you've had a birthday yesterday. Well, happy birthday, me owl flower. Oh, thanks ever so much, Mac Chats. And Marvel fan also wish me a happy birthday as well. Oh, thank you ever so much, mate. A lot of chat between Marvel fans, Sai and Mac Chats. We've got Sai saying Thanksgiving has some good kills in it. Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah,
That's only just gone in the States. How many kills were there?
What was I going to say? It apparently fully earns its 18+ rating.
Does it?
Yeah. Well, so at least it could be an apology from Ellie Roth for that awful Borderlands film.
Yeah, maybe.
In 18 plus.
Believe it or not, I actually really enjoyed Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I like turkey. Nice.
I bought it from HMV like recently because I didn't want to pay full price for it. It was like $7.99, and I thought that's cheap.
Did you have that one?
Bought it. No, I don't really do steelbooks now. I've kind of got away from that.
Oh, you bought the cheap one? Yeah, all right.
Because the thing is, steelbooks are just. I remember back in my day when.
Back in your day? I'm the oldest one here.
I remember back in my day when you used to get a new release 3D steelbook for like 25 quid, and the 4K ones were like 30. But
back
now
in your day was only about 5 years ago.
No, he's only talking about 5 years ago.
But now you're paying like 30 quid plus for a steelbook.
They're $24.95, but they can be 29 and above.
Yeah. I don't mind paying 25 for a new 4K. But what's the 4K transfer like on Breakdown with Kate Russell?
Oh, I've got that. It's all right.
Because it's just come out on 4K in the UK.
That's a great film.
Yeah, Breakdown is great. I had that on Laserdisc. Believe it or not.
I had to look on Amazon earlier, and I wanted to see how much it was, and it was like $22.99. I was expecting it to be 20, but the thing is, you do get the 4K and the Blu-ray, so I'm kind of like, I get it.
The Blu-ray seals the deal.
Don't be a tight wad. Get it.
And you do get a nice slip cover as well with it.
Yeah. You're umming and ahhing. You're umming and ahhing over the price of a Big Mac meal at the end of buying the bloody thing from a HMV. So just do it.
I do like Breakdown. Actually, it is a very good.
Breakdown's a great film.
It is. I've got it on DVD, but I might just sell that now.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Why not?
Yeah, sounds good to me. What's all this? Oh. No, you're not, sorry. Definitely not. But the stream is open for anybody to join. If you're a bit shy about showing your face, you can turn the camera off and just chat.
Yeah,
just with
turn the camera off.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. But everybody's welcome.
We want to hear that beautiful voice of yours.
But hey, there's no pressure, but it'd be lovely to have a chat with all you guys one day, if you'd love to.
You know that I always say this, don't I? Why do people want a Blu-ray with their 4K?
As a backup.
As a backup, right?
Honestly, it is a backup, or you might be downstairs. You've got the 4K player, and upstairs you've got the Blu-ray player, and you want to watch it upstairs.
The thing is, I remember
to watch the 4K, is it?
Pete, do you remember over a decade ago when they used to bring out Blu-ray releases? They used to put the DVD in there as well,
and a digital version on disc.
Yeah, but they don't do that anymore. It's kind of like Blu-ray and 4K now, or 4K.
That's because they're tight bastards. That's why.
I mean, that's the reason why I like with Furious. I was like, I gotta have the Steelbook because you get the Blu-ray with it as well.
Yeah. I said I'll just watch on 4K and take my glasses off. And then
the thing you have the 4K and the Blu-ray in one case is kind of a bonus, because if you lend the Blu-ray out, and the person hasn't got 4K, you can still watch it.
I bloody well don't. I say, stuff you. You ain't borrowing my stuff. Bugger
Well,
off.
They just
It's-
all sound
it's-
very niche situations
Well,
where your 4K
Next
player
question
breaks.
on the window
Well,
then.
that's just tough, isn't it?
yeah, but you get more value for money.
Do you though?
Well,
The same film twice.
but the thing is, it's like it costs extra to put that Blu-ray in,
Yeah.
but they still charge the same price for just the 4K in it. If they charged less for it,
How do you know they charge
so say like a standard new release is 25 quid.
for what 4K?
4K. So say let's
Is
say,
it?
yeah, for the
Right.
bike ride is on 4K is 25 quid.
Yeah.
Doesn't come with a 4K Blu-ray. It doesn't.
Yeah.
So it's 25 quid just for one disc. Whereas let's say, for argument's sake, they released another film like Inside Out 2, that comes with a Blu-ray as well, and that's 25 quid. That's fair enough for being 25 quid because you get 2 discs.
You've got Crazy J on there.
Oh, hey Jamie.
Yeah.
Look who's here.
Oh, good God.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh God.
Oh.
I think some of you look very upset or concerned or worried. So I won't be here for long.
That'd be stupid.
Oh, thanks.
Be here till the end.
I nearly saw Jamie sack.
We nearly see
Why
it
does
every
he wear
week.
clothes when he does streams? Dirty bastard.
So how are you doing?
Why do I do these things? Yes, I'm all right.
Do you think you can talk like this for 4 hours straight?
I can't do anything for 4 minutes straight, let alone 4 hours.
Hey, CJ.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I'm so sorry. If you want me to go, I'll go.
How you doing?
I'm all right. I've had 3 Tommy tanks, so I'm a bit tired, but I'm all good.
Over Katie.
Well, the first one, yes.
Oh, that's all right then.
Oh dear. Do you go out with that T-shirt, Jamie?
No.
Oh.
So basically, when we had our meet up in London,
Yeah.
CJ and Jamie didn't know out about this, and we was all in Costa, and I walked out with it on.
Yes.
But this is the best thing. I didn't get it made. I didn't have it made or anything. It was just on Amazon.
Oh.
Copyright bastards.
Yeah, I love it. I've worn it a few times.
No, I love cock jockey.
I love TJ.
I love cum juice.
Cunt juice.
No cum. Oh, for God's sake, Jamie.
I said cunt juice.
Well, that as well. But I wasn't going to say that because there's honourable people here.
Oh, okay then. Like you.
Yeah, the only one here who really understands me is you, Jamie. Everybody else is thinking, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
There's a weirdo with a black wig on. What's going on? Talking funny like a twat. Oh, oh dear.
Right, we have Danny here saying hi. How are you all? Hey, Danny.
Oh, Danny boy.
What's Jamie doing?
Katie.
Oh, okay. Well, are you watching or joining in?
I watch from afar with me binoculars in the tree.
Oh, that's all right then.
My right arm's bloody knackered.
Oh dear. Right, here's a good question. We have Sai saying, so far, what's your top 3 films of the year? For me, it's The Substance, Late Night with the Devil, and Maxine. Very good picks there. So, Delboy, do you want to go first?
Oh, well, I said earlier that I think The Substance would probably be number one, but it's a bit awkward because it's so new in my mind, if you see what I mean. I haven't seen Late Night with the Devil yet. You know, I've just bought the box set, so I'm looking forward to that. But I suppose I didn't find that Alien Romulus too bad. I can't think that at the beginning of the year there was a film that was good and I can't remember what the title was. You know what I mean? So I'll just go, I don't know, Alien Romulus, Substance, and let's see if I can think of a third one. Oh, I'll say something stupid like Deadpool and Wolverine. How's that?
Three
Just,
great films.
just because I can't think what the one at the beginning of the year was.
Oh, but 3 great films there. What about you, Crazy Jay?
Brave Little Toaster, Female Ghostbusters, and Howard the Duck.
I can argue with that. I think
What year was that? It's about 3 different
Jamie,
years in there.
If you ask Jamie, the proper Jamie, not this Jamie, and the Jamie Powell, he would say The Wild Robot, Alien Romulus, and the Sub.
Oh,
The 3.
great stuff. I'm hearing a lot of good things about the Wild Robot.
I'm gonna say when it does get to Jamie, they haven't released a Batman film this year, so you'll say there hasn't been a top 3 films this year.
The best film this year, it's the remake of all remakes.
What remake is that in?
1 Hour Further.
What?
What?
It's a joke, me and CJ out.
Well, this is really good, Pete.
I'd probably say Long Legs with Nicolas Cage. I don't know. I can't really think of much. My mind's
Joker
blank.
2?
Oh, probably Joker 2. Yeah, Joker 2. I think that's probably it so far.
Not even Deadpool?
Nah,
The Crow.
I haven't watched it.
No, that would be at the bottom of the list. The top.
A great selection there, Jamie. What about you, Amy?
We had Long Legs, Late Night with the Devil, and Terrifier 3. Special mention for Trap.
Yeah.
See, wasn't Late Night with the Devil last year?
No, that was at festivals last year, I think. Didn't officially come out this year. For me, it will be Late Night with the Devil, The Substance, and probably That Strange Darling. I really enjoyed that.
I'm really looking forward to seeing this Late Night with the Devil. I really am.
Yeah, can't wait for the box set. So, right.
Pity Josh isn't here. It'd be an interesting 3 films of his that would be coming out.
I really want to watch The Substance. I'm really looking forward to that.
Oh, well, I hope you enjoy it, Jamie.
It's a great film. It's a great film, Jamie. I think you'd enjoy it.
I'm really looking forward to it.
We'll have a bloody good wank watching it, that's for sure.
It's all levels of filth.
Is it?
OMG, says Minhaju, The Substance is fucking wild. It's still living rent-free in my head. Can't forget it. I had a great blasting time with it. Love it. My only favourite horror this year, and I had it on pre-order. Yeah, it's a brilliant film. I definitely cannot wait to pre-order it. Hopefully they'll do a 4K, but it's only been a Blu-ray release at the moment, I think.
There's so many like this, isn't there? There's the New Omen, that's only a Blu-ray. Abigail, that's only a Blu-ray. There's so many that are not 4K and no Steelbook either. So
yeah, I think because it's a movie release, they release a 4K of it after, like a month or two after the Blu-ray. Ultimately double dip.
Oh, I know I was going to ask you something. Did you manage to get your Steelbook ordered for your Godzilla -1 and change it from that 68 quid thing?
Yeah, did cancel that one and got the Godzilla
Oh, that's good.
Steelbook. That's all ordered. Looking forward to that because that's a great film.
Yeah, because that's a rip-off.
Yeah,
68 quid.
Well, what about you, Crazy Jay? Have you or Jamie picked up or pre-ordered Godzilla -1?
Yes. Jamie has pre-ordered Godzilla -1, the Steelbook, and the standard Blu-ray because he's double dipping for some reason. He's a knob end. But yeah.
He's a cunt.
They're actually going at cinema soon.
Oh.
Big stuff, isn't it?
What a film, says Minhalju. Movie fans, Marvel fan, movie fan, yeah. Says the first two Purge films are good movies. The Purge election year is awful and can't be asked with the first Purge. Delboy, have you seen the Purge films?
Yeah, they were bloody awful. Didn't like any of them.
You said there's some good
I
ones.
like most of them, even that one that you hated.
Yeah.
Election year, I can't remember being that bad. I think it probably had a lot of like, I don't know how much politics was in it. I can't remember. But yeah, I like Anarchy. That's a really good one. That's my favourite one.
I'll have to check that one out.
Yeah.
What about you, Crazy Joe? What do you and Jamie think of it, the Purge films?
I think they're all right. You know, Anarchy is the best one. I didn't go much on the first Purge, and I didn't like Election Year too much. It was all right. The recent one was okay though. It had I forget his fucking name, but he's like the cheap ass version of Kevin Costner. I can't think of his bloody name. Josh something. Yeah, it was all right. But they're nothing special. They're nothing to scratch your bollocks over. They're just mediocre horror.
Oh, great stuff.
So you can watch it, but
Brilliant stuff.
they're overhyped, aren't they?
Yeah.
Overhyped.
Well, first Purge definitely was. Oh my days. No, the normal Purge. Why do they have to call it the first Purge? So, what about you, Jamie Batman? What do you think of the Purge films?
The first one, easily the worst. And then obviously, when we got obviously the first one, the Purge, and then we got a sequel, I was like, really? And believe it or not, I was surprised how good it is. I think Purge Anarchy is the best one. And then obviously, second is Election Year. I really like Election Year. Third place is the Purge. No, sorry, the first Purge. Last place is obviously the first one. And then I've not seen the new, the last one.
Oh, right. But everyone's saying this Anarchy one's pretty good, so I'm going to see that one.
Second one's the best one.
Yeah.
The only one that Amazon doesn't have.
No, they don't. I'm surprised. But even better news, better than the Purges. Father Ted's getting a re-release next month on
DVD.
I know. We should be getting 4K of that.
Why not?
I don't know. I don't know why they didn't release it on Blu-ray. It seems like a great series to put on there. But that's good.
Again, I think it's down to it was recorded on video. There isn't any cameras that would be that, you know, all it'd be would be an upscaled DVD.
Yeah, very
By the
much.
way,
Like,
some people are saying, what's the problem with the audio? I can hear some crunching. I don't know what
it's
it
like
is.
crackling, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's it. Let's try it. Right. I've just
Sounds
paused
like
my
somebody-
mic.
Sounds like somebody crunching on.
No,
This is like on the thing, isn't it? When
Yeah.
they're like trying to work
Yeah.
out.
I'm trying to work out who it is.
It might be me.
It's coming from Crazy Jay.
Crazy.
Unfortunately, it's Crazy Jay.
What you doing, I dare I ask?
Oh, what would you like to know? It's causing
Scratching
too
his
much
nut.
doggo. It's causing
He's
too much
scratching his
doggo.
nuts.
I'm scratching me what's it? I've got this whiplash. I'm so sorry. I've lowered the tone too much.
Oh, it's great to have you on, Jamie. I think it's been about 2 or 3 years since we've invited you on.
No, you mean Crazy Jay?
I know.
Oh, I mean Crazy Jay. Oh, yeah.
He's so funny.
Well, actually, he's making his stream debut. He is on the channel. Crazy Jay is, yeah.
First
Jamie
time
plays-
meet. Nice to meet you, Jamie.
Yes, you too. I'm going to subscribe to your channel because you've got a very cool background of Fright Night.
Well, I've been subscribed to you for a few months.
Have you, poor sod? What do you do?
Thank you very much.
Well, if you are one of the people watching at the moment and you don't know who Jamie Powell channel is, Crazy Jay, do you want to promote Jamie's channel?
Why do you want to support that cunt? He's a fucking arsehole. All right, then, all right. If you want to watch me and some of the Jamie Powell's videos, go and watch Jamie Powell's videos. Go and subscribe, send him some love, and say that Crazy Jay's a sexy motherfucker, because I am. But yeah, Jamie Powell YouTube, can't miss it. You'll see lots of me on it, if that's any good for you. He's just a prat. Oh, for fuck's sake.
That was the day he cleaned his teeth. That was the day he cleaned his teeth.
I love that.
I sent him that for his birthday. That's his blank photo. Yeah, so Tommy.
You'd had a shave that day.
What?
I said you have a Tommy tank over every night on that, so that's why your bed sheets are always in the bloody wash.
It's massive.
Yeah, that's the wipe down edition.
Oh yeah, just wipe the toilet clean.
It's got the laminated version coming next week.
It has to be laminated with him around. Spunk everywhere, dirty cunt. Such a potty mouth. I'm so sorry. If there's any ladies that are, oh my God's sake, Jamie, put some fucking clothes on. We don't want to see those things bouncing like an officer's game. Fucking hell.
I saw him the other week. He had his ass in the air, didn't he?
He did, yeah.
Yeah.
He upskirted himself, didn't he?
Yeah, he upskirted himself, or trousered himself.
Yeah.
Well, I think he's got a thong on. Oh, it's like wrapping cheap wire around your bits. I pan down, you won't be able to focus, trust me. They call me tripod for nothing. You won't have it, will you? I know it.
You're always welcome back on. So if you haven't subscribed to Jamie Powell's channel with Crazy Jay, be sure to go and subscribe to him. I'll leave the link to their channels in the description down below after the stream. You'll certainly have a lot of fun there. Plenty of laughs and some great out and about and some movie reviews as well.
Lots of throwing discs around the room.
That's right. And you might even see a bit of me flesh if you're lucky.
Oh,
Yeah. Jamie's
he's got very excited.
He's back on Monday.
Ah, didn't he go and see Smile 2 as well? Did he like it?
What?
Smile 2. Didn't he go and see Smile 2?
It was more like Smirk. It was all right. It was all right. Seen it all before. You know, the old
No.
let's have a bit of
Big
quietness
J.
and jump scare galore, but it was all right. First one was better.
Oh.
CJ. Do we get a
The best thing
cameo
about
on
it
Monday?
is Naomi Scott. What?
Do we get a cameo on Monday?
You know you will, you daft wazzick. Of course, a Jamie film on it. All the cameos are for Jamie Smith, because if I don't do one, he fucking goes off on one for about a month until I do one. So, yes, I will be in Monday's video. Anyway, I'll let you enjoy your evening. Thank you, everybody. Have a nice evening.
Well, thanks ever so much for joining. Pleasure
See you,
seeing you,
CJ.
mate. Take care. Have a great weekend.
Take care, everybody. Love you.
Bye.
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 Bye, boys and girls. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Oh,
And
you
then
gotta love him.
definitely. And then there was 4.
£15 I ever spent on that.
How much was it?
£15 off Amazon.
So you
but
wore
it's
that outside Costa, did you?
I wore it in Costa.
Did you have somebody come up to you and say, I know what BJ is, but not a CJ?
No.
I thought it was cock jockey.
Oh dear, that's great having Jamie and Crazy J on. So yeah, I'll leave the link to Jamie's channel in the link in the description down below. So be sure to check out their channel. Really
that
wonderful
was fun.
channel.
That was fun.
Yeah, I've been wanting to actually get Jamie on for a few weeks, and it was lovely to see that he popped up, especially with Jamie on. Jamie's
Yeah.
number one fan, isn't he?
I can see those two bouncing off each other. Jeez.
Yeah. So Matt Chat says Frank Brillo pad is great and boss level. Really enjoyed that film. I'd like to see that with Mel Gibson.
Oh, Pete, you said it wrong.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. It's about a video game, isn't it, or something or other? It's like a Groundhog Day video game type thing. So I'd be up for seeing that. Have you seen it, Delboy?
No.
No. Have you seen it, Amy?
No.
Have you seen it, Jamie?
No, I want to though.
I'm surprised you heard me. Oh, well. We do have the view with Drew, and he says, "Hey everyone, what's up? It's the ceiling, but how are you doing?"
Hey, that's naughty.
Yeah, what's up?
He's done him
The
there.
spy. Yeah, we've had that. We've all had that joke.
He's been devastated then.
Oh,
So if you buy a Blu-ray,
if I
do you
bought
get
one-
annoyed if you don't have a DVD with it?
well, no, who wants a DVD?
If you only have a
Are
Blu-ray
you
player,
two,
what's the
are
Blu-ray
you
player?
two going to bicker over that one thing all night?
Well, when you pick up a 4K and it says just 4K only, it's a bit like, nah. When you pick up and it says 4K and Blu-ray, it's like, ah.
No,
Yeah,
I get pissed off that there's no digital codes anymore. So
Yeah,
I
I do.
get
Well,
digital codes make sense because you can watch them when you're not. You know, if you just bring a laptop on holiday or something, you can watch them.
what if you have a portable Blu-ray player?
Yeah, portable Blu-ray player. That's true. Yeah,
What if you have a portable?
and a TV as well.
Well,
like
no,
a-
if you have a disk drive for your laptop.
Who has those now?
I will never fall into that trap again with Ultraviolet when they went under. I'll go bugger off.
Oh, I got them all transferred to Google Play, I did.
Yeah, but I couldn't get them all transferred. There was stuff that was by the BBC, and they said, "Stuff you've lost that."
Yeah, I've had a couple of Doctor Who ones that were the
You
same.
know, they went, "Oh, bugger off! You can't have that. You can't have that. We haven't got that going across." I had my stuff go to Google as well, and it was about 60%, and I lost 40% of the stuff. It's terrible.
Wow.
So I'll never fall into that trap again. Never with
No.
digital codes.
No. We do have the view with Drew saying out of the Michael Bay Transformers movies, the first one and Dark Side of the Moon are the best.
That's what I called it, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think I've heard a lot of people say the third one ain't too bad. It's got Jason Statham's missus in it.
Oh yeah.
Well, that was the
Whereas
one that didn't have that girl in it from
Megan Fox.
Yeah, Megan Fox, isn't it?
Mm.
Was she called Michael Bay? Hitler or something, or Nazi.
Yeah,
Ah.
she said some bad things to him.
Well, to be fair, he was getting the camera ogling around her, weren't he?
Like the Nazis did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a bit much in it, but fair enough.
Yeah.
If you don't get on with him. then-
Yeah. I was gonna do my German joke, but about the 81 degrees or something.
What was that? Oh, you better do it because it's going to sound really bad if you don't do it.
Well, I'm part German, so there's nothing wrong there.
Yeah, that's true.
What
Where's
was the
Jamie gone again? Jamie, are
What
you
was
in
the
this
joke
stream
again?
or what?
You said, what's the square root of 80? Yeah.
Yes, I asked my German friend about
I'm making a coffee.
the square. I asked my German friend, what is the square root of 81? He said 9. I said yes. He said 9. I said yes. He didn't realise he actually got it right.
That's awful.
Yeah.
I'm proud.
Yeah, you're proud of that. Awful is, quite a good compliment for Pete's jokes, I think.
That's pretty damn good. I mean,
That's a sooty joke.
You found out you're a bit more German this week, didn't you?
yeah, I did. I found out I was like 40% German.
We did that ancestry thing quite a while ago, and they keep updating it.
Yeah,
And I keep becoming less Irish every time.
and I'm becoming less British each time.
Yeah, you're becoming more German.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll get kicked out of the country soon.
Yeah, my visa will expire.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's all good fun, though, isn't it?
it is all good fun.
Yeah.
I'm also a bit Denmark as well, aren't I?
Yeah. I think everyone in this country is.
Nice.
Everyone's a bit Scottish. I think that's just the way it always is.
I got in trouble when I said, "What's an Irish lesbian called?"
Oh,
Gaelic.
what?
Gaelic. Oh, nice.
What?
Not saying it again.
Say it.
No.
Well, I was going to say, like, chap went to the doctor. He said, "Oh, I hurt my arm in 2 places." He said, "Well, don't go to them 2 places again."
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good one. I like
yeah,
that one.
God, yeah.
Yeah, I like that one. That's a very good. Oh wow,
That's pretty good. Yeah. We do have Gary North here saying, "Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Gary. Hope you're all doing well. I hope you're doing well, Gary. But thank you for joining. I'm getting a bit mixed up at the moment. We do have Minhalju here, and he's heard that Smile 2 is pretty good. I'm getting a good sound of buzz around it. I'm in no rush to say it. Oh, shit.
no crush.
Oh no!
Hey,
He's in no rush to see it at the cinemas, so I'll wait to see if I can stream it or grab it on.
Exactly what you said, Pete.
But yeah, sounds about right. But maybe a good word of mouth will persuade me to go and see it.
Yeah,
But I wouldn't mind seeing the Wild Robot.
I've never heard of it.
Oh,
It's a
yeah,
dream-
yeah.
It's a dream
I've
world
heard,
film,
I've
but
heard about that
apparently
one.
it could be an awards winner. It's that good.
Wow,
They're gonna
Yeah.
put
it won awards in the past.
Oh no, it looks pretty good. I see the trailer for it when I went to see Transformers, and I was like, I don't
That's
really
an
know much
animated
about it,
film.
but this new one
That's
looks good.
that's an animated one, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got Pedro Pascal in it.
Right.
Yeah.
He's in everything, though.
He's in everything, yeah. And you got Lupita Nyong'o.
Oh yeah,
I pronounce
pretty
it.
close.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Lupita Nyong'o.
Yeah. That's good.
The girl from, is she in Black Panther or not?
She is in the first one.
Uh,
She plays Maz Kanata in The Force Awakens and The Rise of Skywalker.
I did like Maz in the film.
Actually, she's in Us, isn't she?
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, she is. She should have been a better Ray.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
Yeah, she's a better actress than Daisy Ridley.
Well, yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, right. You know, she was in Casualty, Daisy Ridley.
She was in Doctors as well.
Was she? We watched Doctors the other day, didn't we?
What a crock of shite. But yeah, she started off on Doctors. She played some girl that was homeless, I think, or something.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, her range is just
Well, she's homeless in,
Star Wars.
Star Wars as well, isn't she? She
Yeah.
lives in a Star Destroyer.
Yeah, she's good and mid on the Orient Express.
Yeah.
That's about the only
bet
good
she
thing about.
is.
It's the only good thing about her. But we've got that Ray movie coming in a blue moon.
That'll never happen.
Nah, it never happened. You got more chance of getting a new Star Wars film entering cinemas.
Yeah.
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 And it would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
If a Ray movie came out, that would be a new Star Wars movie.
Yeah.
So how is it more likely?
Be-
Oh,
Whatever.
I'll be back in a minute, Pete. I've just got to check something.
No worries. What's your thoughts on Daisy Ridley, Jamie?
She's not done a film that I've gone wow, but I do like her in the Star Wars films.
Yeah. She's in that new swimming one, isn't she? Woman Get Wet or whatever.
Yeah, I think that's
Oh,
cool.
David's in that.
Pardon?
David's in that.
Who?
Swimmer.
I fell into that one.
Mm.
That's funny. Right, the viewer Drew says, "What's your favourite performance of Karl Urban?" I think it's Judge Dredd in Dredd. Oh, it's Billy Butcher in The Boys.
Yeah, I think it's Billy Butcher.
Oh, he's great in it.
I do like him in The Boys, but I've only watched like 1 or 2 episodes. But I'd probably say Dredd.
Yeah, he is. That's probably his best film. I do quite like him in the Doom film as well. And he's in Lord of the Rings, isn't he?
He is. Yeah.
I didn't mind him in
Small
Thor
role.
Ragnarok either. He was all right in that.
And he's in Star Trek as well.
He is a great Bones in Star Trek.
Yeah, he is, yeah. The thing is, I think we're all waiting for is a Dredd sequel, but it's not happened yet. It's been.
It was going to be a TV series, but apparently they ain't willing to finance
Why is
it.
it happening? Why are we waiting so long for it?
It's because it was a flop. That's the thing.
But the thing is, there's loads of films out there. There's loads of films now are just getting random sequels and all that. And I'm just like,
What's that? Star Wars announcing another film. Oh, it's been canned. That's about right.
Yeah.
Right.
No, I can't think of anything else that he's in.
I definitely do think like the first couple of seasons of The Boys, he is brilliant.
It seems like, it's one of those things where you can't imagine someone else playing that role.
He makes the series. I will say that his character kind of has been a little bit watered down. But
well, he just hasn't been in it. It's really odd. They seem to almost be phasing him out. Again, it seems like a bit of an apology for...
It does.
Because he's quite,
he's an
says what he
alpha
thinks.
male, so to speak.
Yeah, so I don't know whether that's what he...
I think it's probably his best performance is probably at the end of season 2. I think that's really good. But, pardon?
Don't spoil it because I've only watched like 2 episodes.
Don't worry.
We endeavour not to spoil anything.
No, we do not spoil. I'm just saying that he's very good in that final couple episodes.
I remember now. Yeah, what you're talking about. I think he's good in all of it.
But I think you get a bit more of an emotional side of him there.
Terrible British accent.
All right, Cat. I'm gonna fuck you up.
Yeah. Yeah. There's this one thing that he always does wrong. I can't remember what it is now, but in his Cockney accent, because he's Australian. The problem is Australians think it's an easy transition to Cockney because it's like so similar, and they always say cunt and all that. But like, I think he needs to work on it a bit more. I think. But I don't know.
It's been 4 seasons. I don't think he's going to change
No, he's
anymore.
going to change it now.
What about you, Delboy? Who you got any favourite performances from Karl Urban?
He's in the streets. No, he ain't. Urban streets. Get it? No, it's all right. He's Judge Dredd, obviously. Bones in Star Trek. He was in a TV series that got cancelled, something called Suddenly Human, I think, where he was with this sort of like cyborg type thing. But he was good in that. That's about all I could think of, really.
He's a really good supporting actor, I think.
Yeah, he always is, isn't he?
I don't know why they cancelled that. It was it was one of those Sky things, and it was on for about 8 episodes, and then it was gone. It was
Sounds like typical Sky.
Hmm.
Gary says, Kill List is brutal. That one scene I'll never forget. I'm assuming he means that one in the kitchen, I'd
I
assume.
assume so, yeah. Can't think of anything else. Do you remember when we watched Casino and I'd seen it before and you'd seen it for the first time? And that scene that people talk about, like a brutal kill, didn't really have the impact that we thought it would.
I'd say Goodfellas is more brutal.
Maybe. I've seen that scene before and remember it being more brutal. I don't know whether it was an edit.
I wasn't that big of a fan of Casino.
No.
I think it was good, but
I thought more about the torture bits, like when they caught them like trying to nick from the casino and smashing their fingers and all that sort of stuff was more brutal than the kills, But Goodfellas has got the knives, hasn't it? That's going, into the so yeah, it's a bit more brutal in Goodfellas, I think.
Yeah,
because it's more implied in Casino.
I just couldn't get on really with Casino. I think another thing was that it was really long as well, 3 hours.
Oh yeah, I still think it's a great film though. That
I preferred The Irishman over it, and that's even longer.
Yeah, I couldn't get through that.
What about the new one?
Oh, what Killers of the Moonflowers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I've had the
I got the Steelbook of that. I got the Steelbook of that from Italy.
Oh, cool. Well, what's the best joke in the film?
Well, she said something, doesn't she? He doesn't understand it and says, "Is that Indian but handsome devil?"
That was the best thing about that film. Was that Indian for handsome
But
devil?
every fucking time in the cinema, that's all you could ever see, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That same joke.
Yeah, it's there.
Oh, that's a cool Steelbook. It hasn't been released over here physically, which is odd. Everywhere else has had it physically, but us.
Yeah, it's a 4K. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Is that Indian for Handsome Devil coming soon to 4K?
I should release just that joke on 4K.
I'd definitely like a 3-hour cut of them just saying
that joke. Yeah.
I'm sure there's a YouTube channel with it streaming 24/7.
Yeah, I've just been thinking actually because Maxine I could have said was my third best film, and I'm waiting for a Steelbook on that because I've got the other two, Pearl and X, on Steelbook. So why would I want the standard release for the
It's really disappointing that that trilogy has only had a Blu-ray release over here, hasn't had a box set release, hasn't had a 4K release, hasn't had a Steelbook release, but everywhere in the world has had 4Ks and Steelbooks.
Yeah, so I've got 4K Steelbooks and they're from Italy, you see, and I haven't found that Maxine has got a 4K Steelbook over there yet. I don't know if I've missed it. I can't find it anywhere. I keep checking regularly.
I know there's a really nice box set of the Kai West X trilogy on Amazon Italy. I think it's just Blu-ray, but it looks like a really nice box set. It does. Yeah. If it was 4K, that'd be pretty good.
How's the devil?
Like I said, so many like just Blu-rays that I don't understand. What are they waiting for?
X is Net or Pearl have been out for like 2+ years, so they ain't obviously going to release them yet. It's very odd.
Yeah, it's why I just keep an eye out for the Italian Amazon for that.
I think with like Maxine, I'll probably just pick it up when it's heavily reduced.
Yeah,
I liked it, and I want it to complete the collection, but it's definitely not day one pickup.
No,
I kind of say it probably was a bit of a disappointment, but it was still a good film and a good trilogy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think I couldn't quite remember, but it was just I think that's probably better than Wolverine and Deadpool, to be quite honest. So that'd be my third film, I think now. Yeah.
We have Minhaju here saying, I love these streams. I really do. It lifts my mood and brightens up my day. Pete and Amy, thank you for always having me It means a lot. Thanks for making all the little difference for me, guys. Enjoy it a lot. Hey, no worries. Everybody's welcome here, Minhaja. It's always a joy to have you leaving comments. It's always a joy having everybody leaving comments and joining the streams. That was wonderful surprise to see Crazy Jay joining
Yeah,
us.
crazy Jay.
Yeah, Jamie approves as well.
Oh, yeah.
Just think when the clocks change, it will still be bright in his day. Look at that. That's all
And
right.
also, we got saw his amazing I Love CJ shirt.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
We still need to know what a CJ is. Some kind of sexual act. We know that, but we don't know exactly
Well,
what
yeah, I've heard of
it
this.
involves.
I've heard that. But I haven't heard that one before.
Yeah. I think it means us because that T-shirt Delboy's got on. It's not the Massive Attack mezzanine album cover, is it?
No, it's just a Marvel Hulk.
Right. I couldn't quite make it out because the top of it looks like the mezzanine.
Yeah, sorry. You're not seeing very much. Look, there we go.
Yeah. I didn't think it would be that.
No.
It looked like it.
Ah. We have B930EN channel here. So first time on the channel. Hey, how are you doing?
Oh, yeah, the Christopher Reeves thing. Yeah.
Is anyone going to see the Christopher Reeve Superman documentary? I've heard a lot about it. I've heard it's really emotional.
I've heard so much about it and I haven't seen it.
I think it's only really been in America. I definitely wouldn't mind watching it. I should imagine it'd be very interesting, very upsetting, I can imagine.
Yeah.
What about you, Delboy?
Very emotional, I've heard, and I really want to see it. Like I said, I haven't seen anything of it over here yet.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll hear something soon about it. But
I'll just go and check and see if my special place has actually got it. If it is, I'll supply it to everyone.
oh wow, that's a pretty cool cover. It's pretty creepy.
That's
Though.
what I thought.
Yeah, does look very similar. What about you, Jamie? Are you interested in that Christopher Reeve Superman documentary?
It seems interesting, yeah.
Yeah. What about you, Amy?
Never heard of it.
It's a documentary about Christopher Reeves. Would you be
My
interested?
mum told me about that, which is weird.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's weird because it hasn't been mentioned anywhere in the UK yet. It's only been in America.
Apart from my mum.
Yeah, your mum. And
She has inside Hollywood access.
She
I
must
saw
have.
that this morning. She keeps watching.
Yeah, I can imagine Alison Hammond let slip.
Yeah, probably Alison Hammond.
Yeah.
She's always hanging out with the stars, isn't she? We used to
Yeah.
have that guy, the Hollywood Reporter, on this morning, who was in the Freddy Krueger. What's the new one? New Nightmare.
New Nightmare.
Yeah, he's in it interviewing Freddy.
Oh,
And
wow.
yeah.
Oh,
And he's died recently.
oh,
Yeah,
that's a
it's a
shame.
shame. Quite an enthusiastic guy. Anyway,
That's a really interesting tangent.
yeah, it's bloody interesting.
Yeah,
I would say.
really interesting tangerine.
Yeah, it's a good, interesting tangerine.
We have Jamie Powell here, the brilliant Jamie Powell. He says, "Hey all, hope you're all well. Saw The Wild Robot today. Such a beautiful, highly recommended film." Yeah, I'm hearing some amazing things about it. I may actually go and see that over Smile too after being less enamored over it. So, and also it's only 90 minutes. That seems to be a winning runtime for films. I
Yeah,
think.
Christopher Reeve's Story, it's called, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Any sign of a release date or anything?
No, but I have seen where you can download it from.
Whoa. But you interested in Wild Robot?
I've never heard of it. I've never seen a trailer. I don't know who directed it, who's in it, or what it is.
It's based on kids'
DreamWorks. So that's even worse. Yeah, but
Mm.
I'm sure it's good.
Yeah,
Everyone-
Superman, the Christopher Reeve Story.
Awesome. Looking forward to watching The Wild Robot, Delboy.
Yeah. I was saying earlier. I said that I've heard good things about that one. I've only seen a picture of it.
Mm.
Oh no, actually, there was a trailer for it in Substance for mine when I saw Substance.
Wow, that's a film that's not really applicable for that. Wow.
There was 3 trailers. That was one. What was the other 2? It will come back to me. Carry on.
Well, when I went to see Transformers, I had 45 minutes of adverts.
Wow. No, I only had 3 in my freaking trailers.
The film started at like supposedly 1:10. I got there at 1:10, and the film didn't start till 2.
God. That is bad, isn't it, really?
All they kept doing was advertising the local car dealership, like go and buy a car now. This car's nice.
Yeah, we had the taste of India and all the rest of the stuff. Yeah.
What about you, Jamie? What do you think about the Wild Robot?
I've heard a couple of good things. I'll probably give it a watch.
Sounds good to me.
At the cinema or streaming or physical media?
Probably streaming.
Yeah.
It's actually going to streaming in this week or next week, I've heard.
Wow.
Because it's been out in America for about a month already. That's why.
Right, yeah.
But
It's usually it's 3 months, isn't it, for physical media generally?
But the strange thing is, it's finally gaining traction in America. It wasn't doing so well, but word of mouth is like catapulting it. And now they've just announced, we're releasing it on streaming. What a way to shoot themselves in the foot.
Always the way. The last week it'll probably do incredibly well because it's like word of mouth, and the last week it'll be everybody hurries to get to see it. Yeah.
We've got Gary here saying, what's been your favourite film this year so far? For him, it's Longlegs. Yeah, Longlegs is definitely in the top 5. It's a brilliant film.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to my Steelbook this week.
I've seen an unboxing of it. It does look like a really nice Steelbook. A little bit expensive for 35 quid, but I'm really tempted.
Yeah, mine was $34.99. Yeah.
But
is it 4K?
Yeah.
No, it's steel because it's a Steelbook.
For me, my favourite film of the year would be Late Night with the Devil. Delboy, you said yours would be The Substance, do you think?
Well, yeah, because it's the one that's in my mind at the moment, and I was just, I just thought, wow, I was just wowed by that film. That was
Jamie's, yours would be Longlegs, I should think.
It'd probably be Longlegs, a Joker too.
And what's your singular favourite film of the year so far?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
All right. It's interesting everyone's saying horror films, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
I mean, to be honest, I probably would say Terrifier 3, which you might not expect. But for me, it's like, how everyone was excited about Wolverine and Deadpool and Wolverine? That was kind of my Deadpool and Wolverine. I was like, I'm going to like this just because Art the Clown is in it. It's not like, and I do think that it was a good film.
And
just had a few flaws to it. That's the only thing. But from the good bits in it, like I say, it's like Terrifier with ad breaks. That's what it's like. But, at least I've seen a lot of good videos that have ad breaks in them. Yeah. God,
I haven't seen Joker 2.
There's a bit of a joke.
I'll be interested to watch that. That's coming to streaming, isn't it?
It's coming to streaming next week. Yeah, it's such a weird how that film popped. I knew it wasn't going to be as good as the first one or make as much money as the first one, but I cannot believe how much of a monumental flop it's been. It's 81% drop in America.
Wow.
It only made about 10 to 12 million worldwide last week.
81% drop from the first week. How many weeks is that?
So it's only been in cinemas
3.
1 week.
1 week?
Yeah.
An 80% drop from 1 week?
Yeah. It made 40 million.
What's that for, Pete? Sorry.
Pardon?
What's that for?
Joker 2.
Oh, I thought that was 3 weeks because it was last week that Jamie saw it.
Third week. This is
third week.
Third week.
This is the third week.
An 81% drop
From the first week to the second.
Really?
Yeah. The first weekend was 40 million. The second week was just 7. It was.
Wow.
It's shocking, and they're saying this week it'll barely make $1 million.
It's fascinating. What caused that? I mean, it's a popular
word of mouth.
Word of mouth is definitely.
But even like the name Joker should automatically make it a $500 million film.
Yeah.
So it proves that people aren't thick and not blindly follow him now.
It's
People are
because
rising up.
Jamie stopped watching it for a week. That's why it dropped to 7 million, wasn't it? There we are.
I do think, like in years to come, I think it will be reevaluated. I think
Yeah,
it is,
yeah, yeah.
I think it is being wrongly tarnished with a brush, saying that it's woke and that, and it isn't. It's a film that.
Well, I don't know if it is, because I mean, a lot of those YouTubers who would cry that haven't said that. So
Yeah, it's the ones who are and
who are
full wokeness saying that it's woke,
arguably
which is weird.
interesting. Yeah.
The thing is, it's just it reeks of a film that didn't need to be made. That they didn't really have a good idea with it, but they just went with it because hey, money.
Yeah, yeah. So you don't think it's Todd Phillips doing an apology for the first one, then?
No, well, I don't know. I think it's just a real mess. It shows how bad Warner Brothers got it wrong.
Yeah.
They said, go make whatever you want.
Shawshank Redemption, though, was a flop, the pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Look how that one turned out.
But you think, that's got such name recognition. Like Shawshank, people didn't want Shawshank because there'd been so many like prison movies and they didn't really want to be depressed.
Yeah, that's true.
And but with this, it's like I can't think of a sequel that's had such a big drop off like this.
The only one is probably Captain Marvel with the Marvels, because Captain Marvel made $1 billion, then the Marvels made.
But Captain Marvel wasn't very well liked either. It didn't make as much as the Marvel.
It made $1 billion.
And Marvel was on you got to remember that Marvel was on a downturn as well anyway when Marvels came out. I mean, everybody was just turning around and saying everything by Marvel was just thumbed down by it.
But even like The Last Jedi, like people hated that film, or even Rise of Skywalker, they still all did $1 billion.
Yeah, but they're always going to.
That's pre-pandemic though.
I do say this probably is the biggest drop in quality for a film in a long
I would say it's the biggest drop, yeah.
With Star Wars, you want to know the whole story, don't you? With Joker, you don't necessarily need to know.
Well, when they announced people said, do we need another one?
Pete, that they said we just don't understand why there is a second film. Is that what some of it is?
Todd Phillips didn't want a second film.
Yeah, when they announced it, everybody was saying why a sequel.
I think people aren't watching it because they're pissed off that Jamie didn't go and see it second week. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. He said to the world, "I'm going to go and see that Monday on my birthday." He didn't go. That was it. They all went, "Well, we're not watching it if Jamie's not." That's it. We're not going.
I wouldn't mind seeing it again. Bizarrely, just reevaluating it, seeing if my opinion changes. It's definitely not horrendous, but it's not great.
If it drops any more, you'll be able to see it for 50 pence just to get.
They'll be giving it away. It's like
please come in and see it. Stay warm. Well, it's raining.
It made less than what The Crow made on its opening week.
Printing out the ticket for the person.
The Crow made in its opening week, the second week is 7 million.
The second week it made less than The Crow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's still not great for a film that should be doing great.
Yeah, but you think about it, all the people who've seen it have already watched it.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
But
this whole thing about second week, like when people were saying, "Oh, the Terrifiers made more than Joker did in the second week," I kind of don't really. It's not a huge deal.
The thing is with Joker, the first week was originally forecast to be 80 to 120 million.
Yeah, it definitely underperformed.
And nobody saw it.
Yeah, that's the headline.
40 million is basically just about 10 million more than a Furiosa, which is bad enough.
Yeah,
that paid the wage for the person who was behind the camera filming it. 40 million.
It won't even make a Marvel yet. It's not even close to the Marvels.
Wow, really?
Pardon?
You better go and see it third week, Jamie. So they need you.
In the comments.
We're moving steadily forward. Next up, we have Gary saying Steelbook editions always seem overpriced for what you get editions. Like Arrow box sets always include more for your money. I completely agree. You get your box set, you get your booklet.
I'm a big Steelbook collector, and I'd agree with that. It's just all down to personal preference. I like Steelbooks because I like the normal form factor and the fact that it's made of metal. Arrow, the box sets, they're thicker, got more things in them. You get more for your buck, but they've, again, only got a plastic case inside them. And then add an extra tenner on top of the price of a Steelbook. But I still think Arrows are still better, more bang for your buck. Still do.
Yeah, absolutely. What about you, Jamie? Do you like a Steelbook?
I kind of stopped buying Steelbooks years ago. I've gone off them. But if I see one cheap and I like it, I'll buy it.
Yeah, well, sod you. Next.
What about you, Amy? What's your thoughts?
I like Steelbooks. They're pretty cool. I like the ones that are like embossed, with the texture kind of thing.
I like glossy ones like that Stardust one.
Glossy ones?
Yeah.
I can't remember what that's like.
Really like metallically.
Oh yeah, it's gorgeous. Gorgeous.
I
I like all of them. I like deboss, emboss, gloss, matte. I like them all.
I think with the Steelbook, the main thing is if it's got a nice artwork and it's a film that you like a lot, then it's fair enough.
Did I say Matt Goss then? I said Matt Gloss.
That's a good film. When the screaming stops, that Bros documentary. Have you seen that?
No.
Oh, it's brilliant.
I've heard people say
it's like one of the funniest comedies you've seen for a long time.
Really?
Yeah, it's really funny.
Wow.
We should watch that. It is really good. So quotable. It really is. I would recommend it. People who
I can imagine you two watching at home rather than at the cinema. You two going, "Oh, dear. What?"
What, you mean Pete not getting the joke?
Yeah. I can just imagine you two watching a film.
Pete does that. He just goes. It's like when you watch Creep Show for the first time. Crap Show.
Crap Show.
Oh, come on. Creep, don't come on. Because that's one of my favourite films. Creep Show.
I like that film. I think I thought the same way as I did about Smile. That it's
Tales from the Crypt is way better.
I like
it's not. Creep Show's better, and the TV series as well.
I like the aesthetic of Creep Show, and I do think the TV series is pretty good. Of Creep Show.
I mean, all that comic turning, and it's just brilliant.
I just weren't too keen on the stories.
And, I mean, and obviously the standout story for me is, I can hold my breath for a very long time. I mean, that's the standout story of them all.
Yeah.
But I mean, to me, there's only one sort of like average story in that, and that's the Crate. And I thought that was a bit long.
It is quite long, the Crate. I enjoy that one. The one I didn't like is the Stephen King one.
The story of
how he became the Green Giant.
Yeah, I forgot what his name is in it. But the last one is the one that it creeps my sister out. Is the one with the
me too,
Mr. Clean, who can't stand insects and all of that.
I think that's one of the most disgusting things. That for some reason it makes me feel really queasy. That one.
There's a bit.
Yeah.
Every time my sister watches that, she's itching and all sorts. She just like ants and all little insects and all that.
Yeah. It's cool to see Leslie Nielsen and Ted Danson in it.
Yeah,
that's the best one.
Yeah, I can hold my breath for a very long time.
Yeah, but Tales from the Crypt has got some really good stories in it. It's a bit
Don't
more
get me wrong, I like Tales from the Crypt. It's just that I suppose I saw Creep Show first. It stuck with me.
Peter Cushing episode.
I've got all of the TV series, and it lasted a long time. The TV series, it was like 6, 7, 8 seasons I've got of that.
I mean, anthologies are such a difficult thing to get right.
It's like a chocolate box.
Yeah. You never know what you're gonna get.
Well, no, you got chocolates you like and chocolates you don't.
Yeah, that's true. You do know what you're gonna get because you get like instructions.
Well,
or
I'm not
whatever, don't
saying you know what you're going to get. I'm just going to say you're going to get some you like, some you don't.
you? Yeah, it seems to always be like that.
What
VHS.
the heck?
Oh,
Is he getting changed behind there?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Maybe he's doing some kind of mad scientist experiment behind there. But the the VHS 2, we might watch that.
Yeah,
wouldn't be too bad.
I'd like to watch that.
Yeah, it's quite a cool anthology.
So, MacChat says, nice guys for £1. Jammy, I love that film. We do have Josh here. He says, hello, fellas. How are you all? I would have joined you, lads, but I have a bad cold right now. About to watch The Woman King. Have you guys seen it? Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that you got the cold, and I'm sorry to hear that you're watching The Woman King.
Yeah. My condolences.
Yeah. Well, I hope you enjoy The Woman King. I did see the trailer for it, but it does nothing for me. What about you, Delboy? You heard of The Woman King?
No, I haven't heard of The Woman King.
Isn't it got John Boyega in it as well, I think?
Oh, is he?
Viola Davis is the
Yeah.
leading character. But yeah, that film does nothing for me.
No.
So Minhaju says I've seen fairly new films lately, I think. The Substance and a Violent Nature, which is apparently like a art house slasher told through first person lens.
Which one?
In a Violent Natures.
Okay.
Some people say it's one of the best horror films of the year. Some people say it's out crap.
Right, okay.
Transformers 1, Azrael, Angel of Death, Cuckoo, Strange Darling, Speak No Evil, Subsidence, Stranger's Lot, and Never Let Go.
Subsidence.
That's a good selection of stuff there, Minhaju. Have we seen any of these horrors? Well, we've seen The Substance, brilliant film. Wouldn't mind giving In Violent Nature a watch. Transformers 1 is a banger. Haven't even heard of Azrael, Angel of Death. Cuckoo, never seen the show.
Azrael's the thing that haunts that woman's arm in Tekken.
Yeah, and Azrael's from Batman.
No, actually, that's Azazel. Ignore me.
Azrael is from Batman, if I'm not mistaken.
Azrael is in Batman, yeah.
Strange Darling is another brilliant film. Speak No Evil, that's the one with what's his name, James Anchovy.
Yeah.
Anchovy.
Anchovy. Is he related to John Bon Jovi?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Subsidence, haven't seen that. Salem's Lot remake, I may give it a shot, but I'm not too fussed. Never Let Go, and I just keep holding on.
Yeah.
Never Let Go. I think that might be Halle Berry. I've heard it's pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah. What about you, Amy? What ones?
I haven't had any of them.
You haven't seen any of them?
No, I haven't, have I? No, I wouldn't watch Speak No Evil because it's got James McAvoy in it.
That's your hot take. You're not a fan of him, are you?
I don't even think it's a hot take. How can anyone like him? He's terrible in everything. He's always the same. And he looks rubbish in that film. That Speak No Evil. He looks stupid in it. So I'm going to watch that.
I remember when we saw it in the trailer, we were like, oh no.
He's fucking terrible. Yeah, it's like evil acting, yeah.
I think he's just like an easy actor to get for these roles. I don't detest him like you do, but I think he's just a fine actor.
You're entitled to your opinion, Pete.
I know it's hard being wrong.
Yeah, it's alright. You can be wrong from time to time. Yeah. What a boring world it would be if we were all right about how bad James McAvoy is.
Yeah, he's pretty bad in a couple of things.
Yeah.
I first saw him in Shameless.
All right. Okay.
Oh, right. I've seen Shameless, yeah.
Yeah. So, what about you, Delboy? Which of these films have you seen?
I've heard of all of them. I've heard of all of them, but Strange Darling, because of what people have been talking about in the chat over the weeks. But I've seen The Substance. I want to see Transformers 1. I've seen Salem's Lot. Haven't seen any of the others. No.
Awesome.
I've heard so. Obviously, Cuckoo gets mentioned a lot, and I'm going, oh, why have I heard that one? It's because of people in chat, you know what I mean? And I've gone, oh, I still don't know what that is. And that Azrael, yeah. Each time I keep hearing that word, I keep thinking that's Batman. But I don't know if it's anything to do with it. I don't think it is.
What about you, Jamie? Seen any of these ones?
I've seen Speak No Evil, and I think that's it.
Did you like it?
Yeah, it was really good. I went in blind. I just know that James McAvoy goes a bit thingy, but other than that, I really enjoyed it. But apparently, it's a remake.
Yeah, it's a remake of.
Because I checked the original.
I've got some optrex for you. You went in blind.
I meant I didn't watch the trailer. I didn't really know much. Yeah, I checked on Google to see when the internet to see when the original was, and apparently the original was only like 2020 or something.
Yeah, it was fairly recent.
So I think that's the only remake I can think of where we've got the remake, the original, and then the remake a few years later.
Well, that Force Majeure, that came out quite recently, and then they remade it with Will Ferrell, I think. You know, the film where the guy there's an avalanche and the guy abandons his family, but then it was a false alarm, so he has to come back to his family.
Yes, they did.
Having like
I remember that. That was a couple of years ago when they remade that.
And the original came out like not that long before, but because it was in foreign, no one
watched it.
They had to, you know, remake it.
Sai says he watched The Shining for the first time on Sunday and absolutely loved it. That's great to hear, mate.
That's great to know. Yeah.
Yeah, I watched The Shining. I liked it. I watched the extended cut. I do think it's a bit too long, but there's some great performances in it. Definitely a lot of chiller moments, iconic moments.
I think the more you watch it, the more you see bits that you didn't see before. It's one of those type films.
Yeah, but the thing is, I don't really want to watch it again.
But nobody was asking you. I hadn't finished talking, you miserable bastard. No, I know what you're saying, Jamie. But I do think that there's a lot of people out there that probably are a bit like you and then go, it didn't really get to me. And then when they watch it a second time, they go, I understand it a bit more now. And then they might leave it a year and go back and go, and then start loving it. But to other people, it might be after a year.
I got it in 4K. I did watch it in 4K. I think it was.
I don't think it matters whether it's 4K, Blu-ray, DVD. It's more about the film. I don't really go for picture quality with this one. I just go, wow, what a film. But I'm just saying, I think that there's the divide of people watching it, not understanding it, then understanding it a bit better, going back to it after a year, and they will either still go, no, that's enough. I've seen it enough now.
I think if I do watch it again, which I did watch it in 4K, but I didn't finish it all because I fell asleep. But I think if I do watch it again, it'll be in 4K, and then I'll decide whether I like it.
It is a reference disc 4K. Don't get me wrong. But what I'm trying to say is I've seen stuff at pictures where even the projectionist picture that's being put onto the screen is shit quality, and I've come away going, what a film.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't think sometimes it's about, it's a great transfer. A great transfer of a shit film is still a shit film. You know what I mean? I look at it as the film from my point of view. But
so how many times have you seen The Shining, Jamie?
Now, do you need the fingers on your hands to do it on?
No, I watched it for the first time in 2014, which was 10 years ago, because I got a notification for Facebook Memories, and it was this year. It was 10 years since I watched it for the first time, because and then I think I watched it again. I think it was before I watched Doctor Sleep. So there was 2020. So two and a bit times.
Well, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. I mean, if you watch it like 2 or 3 times and you're still not huge on it,
Yeah, I don't
then,
think it's going to change your mind.
yeah. But
Yeah.
hey,
It is a divisive film. I don't think anybody would turn around and say that that's a bad thing to say.
Yeah.
Because
he himself hated it.
just because it's well revered in a certain genre
I
doesn't make it an exceptional film in every
I
its
thought
other facets.
I thought Doctor Sleep was considerably better.
A lot of people do really like Doctor Sleep. I've yet to see it.
But just think, Doctor Sleep is made many years afterwards in a different way with different lenses and a different story, a different way scripts are written. That's an old film. Shining, really, when you consider it.
The only thing that annoyed me about Doctor Sleep is obviously it's silly, really. But the director's cut.
Yes.
You know what's coming. The director's cut like 3 hours long, but the director's cut's only on Blu-ray and not 4K.
Yeah, it's bad. But Amy, what's your thoughts on The Shining?
I don't think it works as a horror. I don't think it's a very good horror movie. As a movie,
oh, psychological, isn't it? Really?
Well, yeah, I guess. I don't really feel anything for it. There's nothing in the film where I'm like, oh, this is really powerfully affecting me.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's stuff that I've missed. I don't know how many times I've seen it. I feel like I've watched it once all the way through. I've seen it a few times, bits and bobs. I don't know. It's been so long since I watched it, but I never really got the big deal about the film. I can see it's well shot.
Is it a bit like The Sixth Sense to you, Amy, in the fact that you know what the end of The Sixth Sense is, you know what the end now of The Shining is? So really, that's the stopper now in regards to watching it.
Well, I don't know. I mean, the end of The Shining is that a huge? It's hardly a Sixth Sense thing, is it?
Well, it's not a huge, big ending.
Well, I mean, the whole concept of The Shining is what the whole thing that happens in it, which I don't think is a spoiler to say that what happens to Jack Nicholson's character in it. I still won't say it.
I think with The Shining, a lot of reason why people like it is because of the powerhouse performance by both him and Shelley Duvall.
Yeah.
I think the performances go a long way.
Yeah.
Because the rest of it is just imagery. The blood coming through the two girls, all of that sort of stuff. It's all imagery. And it's like, this is a bit weird, but the story is really quite thin. It almost could be a short story by Stephen King, if you see what I mean.
What the point of it is? What is it trying to say? What's the idea of it? You have like The Exorcist. I know that at the time it was like about kids, but parents were worried about their kids, weren't they? That they were going crazy and getting into all this weird stuff. And, that was the kind of idea. I don't really understand the idea of The Shining, what the point of it is. Like when you watch The Wicker Man, you're like, oh, it's that strange feeling you have when you go to a foreign place and the kind of moral ambiguity of it, the fact that they're an interesting concept, that their whole religion over there. There's nothing about The Shining that particularly captures my imagination, and it never has. But maybe I just don't like the story. But
maybe
I think that's a thing as well, though. I mean, I was actually laughing because of what Menargel's actually said about it. It made me smile, made me laugh. But you got to. I think it's quite a stuffy film because back then they did you when you read a book and you did an interpretation, then basically it's pretty close to the book. It didn't really veer away too much. And if you didn't like the book, therefore, you ain't going to really like the film too much. You know, they're not going to veer away. It's going to be the essence of the book is there. I think we've got much more free reign in films these days. A producer, a director will say, as long as we've got the core, we can go whichever direction that we want with this. You know what I mean? So this is where I'm saying, look, just because I think it's a great film doesn't mean I'm forcing my influence on anybody. I just know that at the end, when I saw the film for the first time, and I still don't want to give the ending away. I didn't really know still what I'd watched. When I saw it the second time, I went, right, okay, that makes sense. So this is all either in your head or whatever it is.
Now I realise what you're talking about the ending. Yeah.
Right. The Sixth Sense is all about at the end. You know what that is all about, and so when you see it subsequent times, you go, "Well, I know the end. You know, I know, what Bruce Willis is. So I don't
think another thing is with The Shining is that it's 1980, isn't it?
Yeah.
Very very close to the 70s, and like that is quite a important film for its time. Probably there wasn't.
That's what I'm saying. You see,
like out for it, so that's probably another reason why it's so highly regarded.
In what way?
I don't know. I mean,
well, when I talked about horror films in the chats, the first time that I came onto Pete's chat, somebody turned around and said, "What was the point? You think horror purposely changed?" And I said, about 1970 something when The Exorcist came out. Everything before then was like a Hammer film. Everything after that was more realistic. So that's why I was going, well, The Shining is still quite early in that. I mean, we're talking, if you go back, I mean, you're talking 44 years. That's a heck of a long time back. You go 44 years back from 1984 and you're talking the war.
Yeah.
Horror
went through like a mini change, didn't it? Because it went from the films of pre-60s then to Psycho, which was quite a gear change, and then The Exorcist is another, but that kind of is the 70s, isn't it? The 70s.
Yes, it's those sort of milestones. It's those sort of milestones that I look at. Do you see what I mean? Where I go, everything after The Exorcist is sort of now. Everything beforehand is like Hammer and Psycho, and then you've got the 30s stuff right at the beginning. When we say that, Nosferatu is like even earlier, but you know what I'm talking about. When Dracula came out, it was such a shit scene change, for horror, and it just kickstarted things off. Exorcist kickstarted things off. Psycho kickstarted a certain. Do you see what I mean? It's like that. That's how that's why I'm going. Shining is only like 6, 7, 8 years after Exorcist. So.
Yeah, I don't really know what The Shining did exactly in terms
of being a Kubrick film.
Is it just the direction style, or is it the? I think about like to talk about Nosferatu. If you compare Nosferatu to Dracula or like The Invisible Man, all those Universal horrors, it's like the comedy comes in, doesn't it, in the Universal horrors? Then you get like the Abbott and Costello, which is basically during the war, kind of post-war, that kind of thing.
It's 50s.
People didn't want
5 or so years after,
Yeah. So there is a huge change there. And then you get Scream, which is another huge change in horror, where you get like the self-referential stuff and the, meta horror
stuff.
But The Shining,
it's cabin fever, isn't it? Really, at the end of the day, you're watching 3 characters being stuck in this building, and you watch one of them descend into essentially madness.
Yeah, but I mean, Psycho, you're looking at a guy. Obviously, he doesn't descend into madness, I guess, but you're looking at a guy. You follow Norman Bates, don't you? And
Yeah, it's his
he was
story,
in-
and then you didn't,
yeah.
you couldn't believe that that was that. That's the
Yeah.
thing. That's a journey of a character. That one. That's a
Mhm.
character
Yeah.
orientated play.
Yeah. Well, we can't talk about the history of horror too much.
We could
I
dissect.
could talk.
the
Well, we
shining
could talk about
pages.
it next week, couldn't we? Like, because we've got our Halloween
Halloween
special,
special.
bit spooktacular.
Spectacular, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Jamie,
No,
you'll love that one.
Yeah.
You're gonna love next week, Jamie.
Why?
Right, we better get on with the
Yeah.
comments.
There's a lot of
We
comments.
had a wee look at the comments, and there's quite a few comments.
We might need to.
We might have to skedaddle on the medals.
I don't think there's a lot of questions in them, though. I look
Okay.
quickly.
All right. Okay.
But we'll try and go through them moderately quickly. So we got Sai here saying Luca Guacamole, director of Suspiria remake Challengers, and Bones and All is doing an American Psycho remake. What does everyone think about it? I mean, he's done a remake of Suspiria. I haven't seen it. I know you're a huge fan of the first Suspiria, but didn't like this one.
Yep.
But he seems to be quite a good director, so
Yeah.
I suppose it'd be all right.
Yeah.
It's in safe hands.
I suppose so.
But
It doesn't really need a remake. I
no,
wouldn't
it doesn't.
think.
It's quite a modern film still, isn't it?
Yeah.
And what's the most shocking thing is I said to you the other night, I still can't get my head around it. The guy who directed Smile and Smile 2 is doing a Possession remake.
Oh yeah.
That is the most stupidest thing ever because nothing about Smile shows
It's like
me.
having Michael Bay do Nosferatu.
Mm.
You just think, what? Who thought? Is it just like random? Do they just pick two names out of a hat and put them together?
Yeah. It's like Todd Phillips doing Twin Peaks.
Yeah. 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 They both begin with T.
Yeah.
They must work.
Yeah.
But the American Psycho, I would be a bit worried that it would feature a lot of modern stuff. Hopefully not.
It could be too much tongue-in-cheek, too much referential to the real world, as you say, and it may actually end up being very male-hating, shall I say?
I think there's a danger of that. I mean, the original American Psycho is all about kind of corporate, like, dehumanization, stuff like that. I don't know whether they'd go even further with this one.
But with a remake, what is you can add to it? I personally think, like with a remake, there's got to be something you can add to it, a new sheen to it. Like this come out in 2000, didn't it? American Psycho, so it's still relatively modern.
Yeah.
So what can you add? I mean, bar like modern day sensibilities. What else can you add? Not a lot.
No.
So I don't know.
I'll be very quick because I can't add anything more than what Pete's just said. If he says it's in good hands, then I'm happy with that. When it comes to American Psycho, my question mark is it's not really that old, and what can you add? Just like Pete's just said, other than in the media, there's a lot now about how women have been treated and how women are portrayed. That might be the angle that they'll go with this, because it very much is, I'm a man, I can do anything I want, treats women like this. If they're going to go with that angle, that would be a different thing. But that's all I got to say, because I know we're short on time, so I won't take up any more time. Time.
It is kind of a film about toxic masculinity taken to its next step.
Yeah.
So next stage. So that's what I worry about. That it's going to be something where you mistreat women in a film, but it's just a film.
I'm assuming the film holds up rather well and feels quite okay.
Yeah, for the modern era, I don't think it's not dated really.
No,
at all.
It still makes me laugh because of the soundtrack in it. He's always playing 80s tracks.
Yeah,
I need to see this.
You know what I mean?
you need to watch it. Yeah.
And what about you, Jamie? What do you think about a remake of American Psycho?
One, it's not needed because I love American Psycho.
Brilliant.
Fair enough.
I love it.
It is really good.
Pretty much what we said, though, isn't it? Really.
It's not needed.
No, it is very odd. So we've got Gary saying, my favourite scene in The Shining is when Danny turns the corner and sees the twins come and play with us, and then the bloody images traumatise me as an 8-year-old.
That's very early in the film.
Yeah. Cy likes the woman in room 237.
Yeah. Yeah, that was pretty terrifying. If I remember correctly.
If that's the one I'm thinking, it is very creepy. Well, also that one where this guy and this other one dressed up in a dog and a costume.
It's strange, yeah.
That's a bit of a rum one, but that's just a typical day in Cambridge.
Yeah, of course. Cambridge.
I don't know.
Did you that city?
That's a typical day in Hull.
Oh, right, okay.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of a place. It's a typical day in the Northern Hemisphere.
Yeah, bloody Northern Hemisphere.
Yeah. Mac Chat says, my Jesus, Pete must have had curly from the Three Stooges stuck in his sinuses. That was
when you were sneezing.
Yeah. It feels like
I often say that, don't they?
Yeah, always just like Mario. Woohoo!
Yeah.
Jamie says the Wallace and Gromit Blu-ray, they've changed some of the audio soundtracks, so I'm sticking with my DVD, which has the original soundtracks. Yeah, I really hate when they do that. Don't know why they do that.
Is that because of licensing?
Maybe, but it's still very odd. Why can't they just pay the extra to keep the license?
I don't understand. As well on this is the fact that there are no end of films that have been out in the 80s, and you don't hear them when they're re-releasing it saying, "Oh, we've got to change the track in this because of this film. They want the royalties for it." I mean, I don't get that at all. No.
It's a very odd decision. It is. I know the copyright, like they've even done it with games, like copyright runs out after so long, they'll remove the music in the remake or whatever. It's just Grand Theft Auto, when they redid the trilogy, they removed a lot of the songs, and I'm like, wow, you can afford it. Grand Theft Auto developers can afford it. It's not like you're a small development team. You got all the money in the world.
The thing about that though isn't that though when they've remastered it, they've gone right now because it's remastered is considered a new release. That's when they've had to do that. I can't see how they can do that to something that's on physical media that you can buy off the shelf. I mean, it's there. You can, it's still going to have the same music in that, isn't it? When you install it, it's there. You're not going to have a patch come down and take the music away, are you?
Oh no, you'll just get a new release come out, or if you're on streaming, they'll edit it off anyway. That's the thing.
It's a weird thing, but I really do think they need to look into copyright law. I think it's ridiculous now. Stupid.
Yeah, they should really do it in a way like you get a one-off big payment or royalties every year for the film, for your song being in the film. Or something
as far as I'm concerned, if you've agreed to say, yeah, you can have that in that film, you can't exactly turn around and say 20 years later, well, now you've got to take it out because I demand a bigger paycheck or something. You can't do that. No, ridiculous.
Jamie says, been very poorly recently. Went to hospital at one point, but better now. Hence my absence from YouTube. But back to shop vlogging on Monday, lol. Oh, I'm ever so sorry to hear that, Jamie.
Yeah, he didn't mention that when he was here. So
I'm glad to hear that you're getting on mend, mate. And it was great to see you tonight.
Yeah, wonderful. That's the first time I've spoken to Jamie.
It's great to see CJ.
Yeah, and if Jamie,
that's the first time I've met Jamie, so that's great.
Yes.
Can't wait to see the next video, Jamie Batman Smith. But I'm worried as his videos are overhyped. Lol, loved you, bud.
I've heard the hype over Jamie's videos. Yeah.
Jamie says Jackie Chan was the best part of the remake. Jaden Smith was the weakest.
I love Jackie Chan in that film.
Well, Jackie Chan's always great in everything he does.
Yeah. He's the only thing worth watching in the tuxedo.
Minhaji says, Jamie, you tall fucking sexy bitch, and I shall have you know that I don't like you in that way because I like the pussy.
Bloody hell.
Oh yeah, it's from that birthday video we did. Yeah.
I never thought I'd be uttering these words tonight.
Oh, you say that all the time, Pete.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
that's
I do,
later
actually.
that's later when the cameras end. Go on.
Right, yeah, Karate Kid Legends coming out next year. So that's what the film's called. That sounds like a video game, Karate Kid
It
Legends.
does though, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Doesn't that
it
sound
does.
like doesn't that sound like we've got a game license to come out with
Is
this?
Jackie
film?
Chan in it?
Yeah, and Ralph Macchino, whatever his name
Why
is.
didn't they just get Will Smith's son back?
They don't want to do that.
And then they just do an older one because obviously he'll be older now, and then Jackie Chan will be older, so it'll kind of be an older.
They've got a new kid now, haven't they? They did a casting call and they've got a young lad playing the new Karate Kid. So hopefully he's pretty good. We've got Jamie saying happy birthday, Pete. Oh, thanks ever so much, Jamie. Really appreciate it, mate. Minhaji says, yeah, seen the new Karate Kid poster. Looks good, should be. And looks like they've found the new Karate Kid in Ben Wang.
Ben Wang.
Oh dear.
Okay.
Oh dear. Must not laugh. James Powell says, Hillary Swank found a twank in the banks ahead of Wank on the manager's plank. That is a wonderful limerick.
Manager's tank.
Wow, they got a spank.
Perfect.
I don't know what manager's plank is, but manager's tank probably. Christ. Wank, bank, stank.
Jamie says, back in my day, Jamie Batman Smith, when you were sperm on the day of the great race, when you entered the egg, you got a free spoon.
Egg and spoon race.
No joke, believe it or not, when I saw Breakdown at the cinema for my birthday on the way home, the car broke down.
Bloody hell.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
Did
Yeah,
he have his wife with him? Bloody, that's
He
when
did
you go, bloody hell.
Wow.
Did he have his wife with him?
Minhaji says, have you seen the new Wolfman trailer? I've heard it about it. I saw the design of the Wolfman. He doesn't look very good. He kind of looks more like Hobo with a shotgun than a Wolfman.
The Wolfman film I really like is the one with Anthony Hopkins and Benicio del Toro.
A lot of people like that one, don't they?
I love that one. That needs a sequel.
I've never heard good things about it, but everybody likes it. You don't like it. What's your thought?
I saw it at the cinema and I thought it was awful. One of the most boring films I've ever seen.
I remember seeing the trailer and I was never really thought it was very good, and I heard so much bad things about it, but apparently it's kind of been.
Apparently a lot of people like it.
It's been reevaluated. A lot of people like it now.
Watch it again.
Maybe.
Yeah. I've never liked any iteration of the Wolfman, so I didn't really like the 30s one either.
What, Long Chaney Juniors?
No.
Yeah.
American Werewolf in London, no?
Yeah, but yeah.
It's
not a Wolfman.
Howling?
Wolfman. I don't think I did like the Howling. I wasn't too.
I haven't seen the Howling.
Yeah.
Silver Bullet?
No, I haven't seen that.
I haven't seen that, but it's got Gary Nash's Bushi in it.
Ah.
I like Gary
Nash's Bushi.
Gary Nash's Bushi.
Are you cold, Amy?
Huh? Yeah.
Are you cold?
It's always cold in here.
Yeah, I'm not too bad. I'm pretty warm.
You always are.
Yeah.
Warm-blooded, you see. Hot-blooded, should I say. Yeah.
We've got Marvel fans saying good night, guys. Good night, Marvel fan. Have a good rest of the weekend. Minhaji says good night, my friend Marvel fan. How'd you go? Minhaji says, have you seen the trailers for Don't Move, The Electric State, Wallace and Gromit, Vengeance Most Foul, and The Legend of Ochi, all out in 2025?
Uchi, isn't that? Uchi?
Nope.
I haven't seen any of them.
No. Probably will watch Wallace and Gromit.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, the Wallace and and Grom, is it just basically a one-off special?
Yeah, I think it's on BBC. I think it's on New Year's Day or something. I'm not too fussed about the Legend
It'd
of
probably be
Poochie.
like half an hour or something, weren't it?
Maybe. It might be an hour. You never know. But that'd be
Yeah.
nice to see. I do like a bit of Aardman. We need another.
Yeah,
We need another
pound
Sean
short,
King.
pound sure to have more singing in it after Doctor Who, innit? Oh, got to keep the singing, got to keep the karaoke going on BBC.
Well, I'd rather watch Wallace and Gromit than bloody Doctor Who. God. Oh dear. Minhaju says, "Happy birthday, Pete. Hope you have an amazing day." Thank you ever so much, Minhaju. I'm still getting happy birthday messages 2 days after my birthday.
We're into the next day now.
Why? Thank you, Minhaju, and thank you to everybody. Thank you.
Yeah. The only person he hasn't mentioned personally is me so far. He's mentioned Jamie, mentioned Pete, he hasn't mentioned me once, Menage. You miserable bastard. That's all I've got to say to the lot of you.
And thank you to everyone who sent messages on Facebook the past few days. Send you happiness, blessings, and love as always. Oh, thank you ever so much.
So sweet.
Apologies, only realised it's your birthday, but happy birthday, woohoo, hip hip hooray, hip hip hippo away.
Hippo away.
Hippo away.
Yeah, get rid of bloody hippos.
Yeah. And Minhaju says, "Happy birthday to you, happy birthday, dear Pete, happy birthday to you." Haha. Well, thank you. What's going on with the audio? Oh yeah, this must have been when Jamie joined, but yeah, that's all sorted out. Audio's shaving up, playing up, shall I say. Pete, the audio sounds like farts. Don't take me wrong way. The farts on my end, okay.
I don't think that's what he meant.
Yeah, on my end. He's not talking about that type of end.
Well, whatever the end on you, that's all right.
What's going on with the audio here? Oh no, that's me.
We're not talking about tap it, unwrap it.
Well, he says don't take me wrong on my end. Oops. Gary says, "I like the releases that include a CD soundtrack rather than an extra Blu-ray copy of the same film." That's true.
You know what? That's okay, right? But a CD soundtrack came in a case, and you don't get the case if you've just got the CD in the same holders that the discs come in. And what we used to have back in the day, you used to have the audio soundtrack on one of the audio tracks that you could select.
Yeah,
I do like an extra. I do like a soundtrack like they did with The Conversation. But I want it to be in its proper case. So it'd have to be in a hard box where it gives you the soundtrack as an extra, which would be like that. You see what I mean? Otherwise, I'd prefer the Blu-ray in there.
Yeah. I do like ones that come in media books as well. They're pretty good.
Media books are great.
Yeah, they're just like a book with a disc and a Blu-ray or 4K or both. They're pretty good. They're more.
We used to have those cardboard things that used to fold. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I
They don't
remember
do them
them.
anymore, do they?
No, they don't.
They're a bit crap.
They are a bit crap. That's true.
Yeah.
Media books definitely seem to be a thing in Germany. That's where you get them mostly all from.
Yeah.
Yeah, showing brand loyalty.
My Princess Bride is a media book. That archive I got you is a media book. I got a number of media books. Sleepy. I'll tell you what, there was a Steelbook media book for Sleepy Hollow.
Yes, there was. I got that. That's a Blu-ray, isn't it?
Oh, like a white case. It's a white sort of steel book with a book inside it.
Oh yeah, they did the Steelbook of it as well. Yeah, that was very odd. One that was. That's very weird release.
Yeah, because you can't really close the Steelbook. It's that big.
No, but it's literally a steel book.
Yeah, that's right. You got the irony of it in the end.
Gary says the head in the vice is brutal in Casino.
Casino, yeah.
Yeah, I wasn't going to mention it. Yeah, that's probably the worst one.
Yeah. Gary says I'm hoping for Umbrella Entertainment or Imprint to release the Ty West, X Pearl, and Maxine trilogy. I wouldn't mind Second Sight doing it. I think they could do a pretty good job.
It's just isn't imprint that Australian label.
Australian,
It cost an
yeah.
absolute fortune to get that over here. I hope they don't, because I can't afford 80 quid to have that sent over here.
Jamie says the Superman documentary is coming to my OD in early November. Wow.
Yeah, I think it's got limited runs.
Trailer for it brought a tear to my eye. It looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely going to be an emotional one. So I've got a question for you, Jamie. How tall are you? I think you're about 6'5". You're a bit shorter than me, ain't you? I'm 6'6".
6'4" and a bit.
Wow.
Wow. So it's just a little bit shorter than me.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm 5'12" or 6 foot.
Yeah.
He's about that tall on my camera. About the
Yeah.
size of that. About Coke can size. Yeah, you're about that. You're about that size.
Mac Chat says, "What's the best Steelbook any of you have in your collections?" The one I have to say is
The
Fire.
one I'd
What?
I like the way you go. The one I'd have to say, fire.
The one
I'd say with a
the
fire.
one that I'd have to say in a fire is what?
Yeah, very good.
What's the best Steelbook you have in your collection? The one I'd had to say in a fire is Zombie Flesh Eater's Arrow. Absolutely lovely orange case with a gorgeous orangutan artwork.
Orangutan artwork.
I don't know what sort of Steelbook I'd say is. What if you let me have a look?
How many have you got, Pete?
I quite like that Reservoir Dogs one. That's a really nice one that they released a while ago.
Yeah, Psycho with the ear. No, that's Reservoir. No, yeah, Psycho's with the ear, isn't it? That's right.
Can't really think of anything else.
No point asking me. I've got 800.
What about you, Jamie?
Oi, sod features.
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm just thinking. I think
I love you.
I like the Shining Steelbook, but I think the only one that comes to mind is the I got the Ghost in the Shell live action one. I think it's the 3D Steelbook, and it's just beautiful.
It's pretty cool.
I mean, that Stardust one is very nice.
That is very nice. I like the Scream 2 one. That's a really nice Steelbook as well.
Yeah, Scream 3 was just red.
I quite like the design of that Scream 3 Steelbook. I wouldn't have mind have got that, but
I had 2 copies of that, and I sent one back.
I just like the design of the red. It's something different. It is. We got Minhaju saying, "Yay, Deadpool and Wolverine out next month, 4th of November. Let's freaking go!" Yeah, got the Wolverine style Steelbook pre-ordered. Really do like the artwork on that, and
yeah, I got both. I've got both ordered. And I don't normally do that, but I've got both.
That'd be quite a nice artwork design to have them both facing side by side, I suppose. What about you, Jamie? Are you going to get Deadpool and Wolverine?
Yeah, I will do. Yeah,
4K or Steelbook?
4K.
Awesome. And also Alien Romulans out the month after on December 2.
I thought that was out for streaming this week.
What, Romulus? I think it's on pay-per-view it is, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
I haven't pre-ordered that. The Steelbook looks all right.
Yeah, I've ordered it.
I don't know. I mean, I like the film, but I do think it plays too much into like the member berries. Still a good film considering the Alien films we have had in the past. Maybe I'll just pick up a Blu-ray when it's cheaper.
Yeah.
It was just because it's a Steelbook.
Yeah, very nice.
I am such a whore, aren't I? With Steelbooks.
Oh, my
I'm
back.
just a bit.
We've got Slipknot fan here. Evening, Slipknot. I'd rather shove a pineapple up my ass sideways than watch the Woman King, a woke version rewrite of the whatever tribe. Not a chance. Wow.
I'm surprised you didn't put something there like Angelina Jolie tribe or something.
Is the Woman King with Viola Davis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really want to watch that.
I don't think Mac Chats does.
No, I don't think he does.
I think Mac Chance has definitely said what he
You
thinks.
know something? I
Listen
think
to
actually putting a pineapple up your ass sideways would be more fun than watching that.
Oh no, me. You never know. It might be good.
Might be good.
I never fancied it. It looks just stuffy and
I
just looks boring.
yeah. I knew the game it was playing when it was announced.
Yeah. I think it did come out at a time where you were like, yeah, I know what this is doing.
Yeah. Just like roll my eyes and like, oh, next, please.
Yeah.
If people like it, fair enough, but definitely not my cup of tea. Gary North says Ezreal is very good with Samara Weaving. Ooh.
Ah.
Oh, well, that's pretty cool because Samara Weaving's really good. Jamie says I want to watch Salem's Lot, but not shown at my cinema at decent times, sadly. But it is available on streaming now, Jamie. So if you can get it,
where I saw it on streaming,
it's probably the best place to. So he says, speaking of zombie flesh eaters, I'm going to watch on big screen this time next week. I'm going to a Halloween all-nighter.
Ooh.
Wow, awesome.
Yeah, what date is the 28th, the 31st land on? It's
Thursday.
Really?
Yeah, because the first on Friday.
Oh. Yeah, you're right.
MacChat says, in a violent nature, I really enjoyed it. It's from the killer's perspective. I think Jason or Michael Myers is hands down the best kill of the year for me.
Oh.
I'm intrigued by it. I've heard like 50-50. Some people say it's brilliant. Some people say they're not keen on it. So I'm really intrigued about that one. Azrael's a horror supernatural action film. It's got Samara Weaving as the main female lead. It's a new film. Samara Weaving, I'm sold. Yeah, Slipknot saying the same. It's only been shown on HBO Max in America, but here it's got a cinematic release. Actress out of Ready or Not? Yes, she is. And Ready or Not 2 has been officially confirmed from Radio Silence. So how much are you going to bet it's going to be called Ready or Not? Here I Come.
I don't know. We had Now You See Me, and then Now You See Me Too.
And Now You See Me Finally.
Yeah.
There's a third one coming. Though I'm not a fan of even the first one. Wow. I wonder if the pineapple was chalked.
Chalked? Does that help?
I don't
Like
know.
the sneaker cue?
Maybe. Offer a smooth passage. Minhaj said, I'm sorry, but I hated the shining.
It's like Mr. Slave in South Park with the pineapple.
Shut up, Jamie.
It's a shite film, says Minhaju. He said it was an overrated cack. Next up, we got Rob here from Rob Fett and the Bounty Bunch saying, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Rob. Hope you're all doing well. Thanks for joining.
Rob Fett. I like that.
Hi, Rob.
Yeah, here he is. He's waving.
Hi, Rob.
Matt Chat says, no matter how many times I watch The Shining, I keep finding new
The
things.
Shining, he's written.
Oh, right. No matter how many times I watch The Shining, I keep finding new things with it. Kubrick knew how to make art like Lynch. Yeah. I
will say
a lot of other films.
He had quite an eye, but I wouldn't say it's art really. You know how you can tell it's a Ridley Scott film because he basically does lots of panning shots with lots of big vistas behind and all of that sort of stuff, and you go, Ridley Scott, right? I don't look at Kubrick and go, oh yeah, I can see what he's doing here in this shot because it's just like 2001, or it's just like, Clockwork Orange or whatever it is. I just think he's got an unusual eye, puts a different angle or slant on things.
Yeah.
Whether it's art or not.
First reviews for Gladiator 2 started to pop out saying it's actually really good.
Really?
Yeah, that's a
I
surprise.
can imagine that.
Well, I'd rather see that now over Wicked.
Yeah.
To be honest, the way she is, it just made me feel like, I'll watch it on streaming now.
But apparently, Wicked's like nearly 3 hours long.
Oh,
really?
dear.
That's 2 parts.
Yeah.
2 hours. I think it's like 2 hours 45 or 2 hours 40. And it's 2 part.
Fuck that. Yeah. Well, the woman who plays the witch in it, I don't know what the.
Yeah, but I mean, there's plenty of actors who've been assholes, and the film is still good.
Yeah, but the way she's acting on, and she's still going on, even like other people at this Universal said to her, "Calm down." She said, "I'm not calming down." So
why do that? It's
all they've done is took a poster that the studios brought out and made it look more similar to the Broadway poster, which means it doesn't show a full face, and she thinks that's like erasing her from the film. It isn't. She's being an entitled bitch. She doesn't own the film.
She must know that that's what it is.
She doesn't own the project.
No.
Wicked was a thing way before even she came into Hollywood.
Yes, off-putting, definitely. When someone, because if you're a fan of Wicked, it must be a bit of a kick in the teeth for the person who's playing the Wicked Witch to be like that. You want your main, like I go back to the Deadpool example. You want Ryan Reynolds who loves the character rather than someone who's like just all in it for themselves.
Well, yeah.
But then they are actors, so probably even if they do like the character, they're probably still in it for themselves.
Like what she's saying to that is like, oh, you're hiding my identity and all that, whatever.
Yeah.
But you never heard the person who played her in the stage play say that.
But it's always different in the stage play, I think.
Yeah.
I think it is anyway.
But it's still really pathetic and has kind of put me off the film. It does look good, but if her attitude don't change, well,
it won't change.
No. Well, apparently they interviewed on like a TV morning show and she let rip. I think it was that one with Whoopi Goldberg on.
Oh, what, The View?
I think so.
Yeah. That's no good.
Yeah. The Wicked one is Well,
you know that you can't. A lot of actors are psychopaths.
But she's literally attacking the fans. Nobody's being nasty.
Well, that's the trend now, isn't it? Everyone does that.
But this is like
she's following in the footsteps of many successful properties like Doctor Who and The Acolyte. She's been 3 hours now.
Hey, you mentioned The Acolyte. Yeah.
She basically thought that and Mandela Stenberg's got something going on. Let's copy her.
Yeah, she did well.
Yeah, me.
That show did well.
Yeah, Acolyte, more like the shit alike.
Oh no. More like the act I don't like.
Alkaline.
Yeah, that's right. It's for acids, though, isn't it?
Yeah, and so the Acolyte.
But never put alkaline and acid burn.
Definitely not. No. The Acolyte, or How I Wasted $250 million with nothing to show.
Yeah.
Or that was the week that was.
Acolyte again. We've done it again, Pete.
It's such an easy thing to talk about at Parlour Show, isn't it?
Yeah.
How I won the war.
No, I didn't even bring it up this time.
That was my fault. Yeah.
That's Amy. I saw it come out of her lips.
Every single, I keep watching the clock, waiting to say it.
You keep watching the what? Oh, clock.
Oh no, Pete. You get bewildered. Oh no. Yeah. It's your fault for not wearing trousers, Pete.
Oh.
Yeah, we can't see below the waistline.
But that actress, she has, I haven't heard exactly what she said or seen the poster, but from what you tell me, she's overreacting. But a lot of actors are.
Oh, really bad. She's like really took offense. She's like saying like you're erasing me from history. You're not a fan. You're spreading
Why
hate.
do it before the film comes out?
I know.
It's not like it's tracking badly, is it?
No, I would. It's expecting to be like the third or the second highest opening.
I would
for a
assume
film.
it'd be like a Barbie type. hit.
I could see it getting very close to that $1 billion mark.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You would think, I was kind of looking forward to it. I've seen the stage play. I'm not bothered about stage plays or anything, but like, it's all right.
It's about the third time I've seen Jamie's arse crack since you started talking about the acolyte.
Yeah, I think it's appropriate.
I was thinking the same thing.
I was just wondering if
and ass cracks have a few things in common.
Yeah.
I just heard it. I said I was just wondering if there was a similarity somewhere that's going on here that I didn't know about.
Maybe I saw Jamie's ass crack and it brought the acolyte to mind.
Oh, well, moving swiftly on from the alka shite. Minalju says, do you sometimes ever feel like you need to break from physical media? Because sometimes I do feel this way, like I need to take a step back. What do you think?
Yes, but I will say this. I just think I need to be more selective. I think it's a bit ridiculous what I'm doing. In January, I've already made a decision that I will be looking at how I pre-order stuff and just go, do you know what? Don't need that in my life.
Yeah.
And not get into so much FOMO over things, because I must admit there's a lot of YouTube videos out there saying it's all FOMO. It's all FOMO. If you didn't have it, the world's not going to end tomorrow. What's the big issue?
No.
So I think in January I will be doing that. That doesn't answer the physical media side of what he's saying. Yes, sometimes I do feel I need to take a break because even though I've got it on a Steelbook, I watch it on Sky. I haven't even took it out the shrink wrap yet. You know what I mean? What's all that about? So yeah, I need to be selective. It's gotten way out of hand.
Yeah, for me with like physical media, it really just depends on what films come out that month. I mean, like now, like October, November, December, you're gonna get a silly season. Everything's coming out, so I do like pick and choose the ones that I like. Like with standard Blu-rays, I just wait for a sale. But if it's a Steelbook that I like or special,
I think it's the same with games.
Yeah,
in a funny way. I keep buying things that have just come out that week, and I don't even get round to playing them until about 4 weeks later. If I'd have left it any longer, I might as well have bought it in a sale.
I think like
it's like if you're not intending to play it that night or that week or whatever it is, then why are you spending it all on that? You might as well just wait until it's in a sale or something, because it's all again about getting it first or want it, or you know what I mean. It's or continuing a series of a game series or something. It gets ridiculous. It's stupid.
My rule with games is like if it's a Nintendo game I want, I just get it anyway because then they never go down.
That's true.
If it's a PlayStation first party one, I may get that one if it's really good. And if it's a game that I really want that has got good reviews, I will probably get it. But rest of them, I just wait until they hit sub 30 quid.
I mean, you're quite right with the Nintendo thing. I don't think prices go down that much. I mean, there's that Zelda Witch's Tit thing that you told me about. I've forgotten what it's called.
Yeah.
Witch's Tit. I don't know. But the one before it is still like 60 quid or something, 70 quid. The one that came out 4 years ago that's also a link to whatever it is. And I'm talking that same character, cartoony character, looks like the SNES, that same style. It's 4 or 5 years ago, and it's like 60 quid on eBay. Bloody hell! I only want to play the damn thing. But I don't want a digital copy ever because I hate digital copies.
Yeah.
I
know,
ain't paying 60 quid for something that was out 4 or 5 years ago.
I know, like last year, I wanted to get the Avatar Frontiers, a Pandora game. It was 70 quid. Wasn't getting that. And then, like, week before Christmas, it dropped down to 30. So I got it then.
Yeah.
It's like games you know full well that are going to drop. You like, and now it's like only 2 or 3 weeks from Black Friday. It's like, well, you might as well wait.
I think you're in safe hands, aren't you? Anything with Mario, Zelda written in it, that's it. You might as well just turn around and say, get it day one.
Yeah. And to be honest, a lot of the Switch games isn't too badly priced. They're cheaper than a PS5 game. That Zelda game is 40 quid. That's 30 quid cheaper than a blooming PlayStation game.
Have they announced when the new Switch is going to be out?
No, but they've announced an alarm clock they're making.
That sounds like Nintendo, yeah.
£100 alarm clock.
Pisses me off, Nintendo, I'll tell you. License to make money. Carry on.
Matt Chat says the history of horror next week. Ooh, I'll have some of that.
Sounds intriguing. Got to tune in to see it.
Minhaji says, don't get me wrong, I love physical media. I stand by it as long as I can, always and always will. I think you know I'm a big defender of it all, but I sometimes need a break. Well, yeah, it's just a case like it's a case of like with the sales, like you're picking up just because it's on sale. It's sometimes better just to hold off. I know, like with the Arrow sale, I used to go mad on it, but like now I'm just like, if there's 1 or 2 titles I want, mainly limited editions, I'll get them. But the standard editions, they'll be there in the next sale.
Yeah, that's it.
It could be dangerous if you aren't careful. I know many people like to talk about this because it's a sensitive topic, but it's up for discussion really, and it should sometimes be addressed. It's also a case like with us like making videos for channels. It could be also a case of just buying it just so we had content to talk about as well.
Yeah, I'd tell you one thing I'd say about that, Menage. Don't ever hold back on something because you think that, because I've sided on one side, I shouldn't mention it. I mean, at the end of the day, everybody's got their own opinion on it, and nobody's opinion is right. You could turn around to me and say you've got a 50-50 love affair with film. 50% of it is digital, 50% of it is physical media. If you walk along that line, then really what you're doing is you're pleasing everybody. Don't please everybody. Just say it as it is in your collection and how it is with you. That's the best way forward, I think.
Absolutely. We've got Matt Chat.
You should never be shackled down because of something that you said. I think that's wrong. Anyway.
On about The Sopranos. Never seen The Sopranos. Minhaji says our spending habits can sometimes lead to many things, could be anything.
Yeah.
I think personally I'm going to take a little break from physical media after I acquire 2 new film purchases in the next 2 months. I think like a lot of people will be on a physical media break after Christmas because the releases will dry up. They always get a little bit more sillier these last couple of months, and then there'll be dry patches that you can save up so you can look forward to new releases.
You don't have to have a New Year's resolution on it. Just basically put a line in the sand and say, look, when it comes to December 25th, I'm stopping pre-orders and only doing selective stuff or whatever it is, because like Pete's just turned around and said, January is going to be a lean month.
Yeah. And if you want a big blockbuster film, say like Planet of the Apes or something, you don't have to get out day one because that's going to be available all the time.
Yeah.
And I know like a lot of people want the slips and that, but Disney films, they'll always come with slips. That's one thing about them. They do. We've got Jim Jam here. James, good evening. Good evening, mate. How are you doing? Or should I say good morning, James?
Yeah, he's just come in from work, I think.
Minhaji says, well, I say that now, things could easily change, but I need to start being good with money, and budgeting is the key.
Yeah. Don't ever choose between food and physical media.
Yeah. Sorry, says Pete, have you seen that you share the same birthday as Jean-Claude Van Damme? Wow. If that's true, that's awesome. That's awesome. I know I share a birthday with the less impressive Zac Efron.
Say you're only separated by about 30 years and a continent, isn't it? I mean,
Ooh, marinate.
We're nearly at the end.
Oh, it's
none of
alright.
your bloody business. You haven't been here for the last 20 minutes, you little sod.
What do you mean Sunday night?
Where's my mate Jamie? I said. Where's he gone? All I saw was his butt crack about 30 minutes ago.
That was cracking.
Is that what somebody says to you? Jamie's got a cracking ass.
No.
And Archie says, Delboy and Pete, you bell end, Walla bell end. Delboy, I really warm to you now. Don't take me wrong on that as well. But if you know what I mean, you're a great guy with a great personality and demeanor. I love you 3000, buddy.
Ah,
Aw. I'll get the reference. Minhaji says, I say how much of a great person you are. I love your content. I generally do, even though I have not engaged much with your blogs, but will do soon. Always be the deli welly we know you are. And don't let the world change your smile and laugh, because smile is the best accessory you can wear. You have a beautiful, radiant smile, my friend.
Wow.
I try and smile through adversity.
And more life to you.
Ah.
Delboy, you uplift my heart and soul. You really do. I really do love the way you carry yourself, Delboy. I don't know, you have a way of words and mannerisms. I love the way you articulate and express yourself. Very knowledgeable, educated, and passionate person. What a character you are, Delboy.
I don't think educated ever came into it. But
Dr. Sleep is the best. And have you seen Wendy's theory?
Have you seen the Wendy theory?
Wendy
videos?
theory videos.
No, I've never heard of it, unless they
No.
theorise about the Wendy fast food chain.
But I will tell you something. Since we're on the
Thinking of food again.
What Peter Pan's favourite thing to eat out?
Yeah, we go.
Tinkerbell.
Hey, no, you can't say that.
Tinkerbell, because it's Taco Bell.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
What's Peter Pan's favourite place to eat out?
I don't know.
Wendy's.
Oh, wow,
yeah.
that's also a good one, yeah.
Like that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm shocked, Jamie. I'm disgusted by that comment. I can't believe that you've gone down that rabbit hole like Wendy does and Alice and everybody else.
Makes me think of the stuff is related to the Mandela effect. I noticed the shinning of the blood scene out the elevator. There's a person in the blood scenes.
I haven't read that there's a person in the blood that gushes out of the elevator. Well, around the sides of the elevator and out.
I know another film that does that.
What?
And it was quite not recent, but it was about a year or two, about a year and a bit, about over a year ago.
What's it called?
I'll give you a clue.
Anyway, time for clock.
I'll give you a clue.
Oh, for Dead Rise.
Yeah. As soon as I saw that, I was like, "You're gonna do a Shining, aren't you? You're gonna do the Shining," and I did it. So I was at work. I think it was this year, and we got this in at work, like a miniature cheese grater. And I thought, you know what? I thought of Evil Dead Rise, and I just bought it straight away.
Either Jamie's a giant or that thing shrunk.
I think it's
It
both.
shrunk, yeah.
That's
So
a small bit of cheese.
that comment there takes me back a bit. That actually should say "time for cock." But it was because I was on a Ryan stream and we were talking about Time Cop. And it just happened to sound like I'd said "time for cock."
Sai puts it in perspective. Each episode of The Acolyte cost as much as Godzilla -1.
I wonder how much. What was that film? The Creator cost compared to The Acolyte.
The Creator cost
just over 100. Wasn't that just over 100 million or something?
The Creator cost about 75 to 80 million. I heard.
How much?
Yeah, I might have listened to the figure in dollars, like $110 or 110 million, should I say, dollars.
Pun?
How much The Acolyte cost?
$250 million.
Wow. Okay.
Gareth Edwards does a lot with a smaller budget.
Because $110 million is just under 100.
Is the Creator the one with the robots?
It's got a little girl. It's got a little being. Yeah.
Denzel Washington's son, isn't it?
Yeah. Disney are money laundering in clear sight for everyone to see. You could also say Warner Brothers are with bloody Joker too. That doesn't look like 200 million on the screen.
It comes across like it's a tax rebate.
Yeah.
I don't know about money laundering in clear sight, because you have to ask yourself, where does all the money go? And it doesn't all go to directors, but it does go to a lot of stakeholders.
Minhaju says, Pete and Delboy, you guys really do have a superpower, and you know what it is. Just being you.
He could write cards, couldn't he? For
you guys are a gift to humanity and to the world. He could write for Clinton's.
Yeah. You can shoot lasers out of your eyes as well, can't you?
Yeah.
But you don't do it.
Oh, I can't, can I?
No, because of how the world would see it.
People know where I live, and we have a Clinton. We used to have a Clinton card in my hometown in the shopping centre, and I know Clinton's is expensive, but it's shut, and I think Card Factory took over.
Yeah, Card Factory is much cheaper.
The thing is, Card Factory is always busy, and it's just Clinton's
Funky Pigeon is cheaper.
Clinton's is nice, but it's too expensive.
I can't remember when I sent the card last.
We had a local town once that was called Crappy Cards.
Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was true.
Oh, right. Okay. Not so good.
Yeah. Minhaju, stop it with the cheese chat blinds. No chat blinds. Sorry, this is one who means everything I say and who I am as a character.
Fair enough.
So anyway, Minhaju's saying, no, guys, better be off now, but guys, take care of each other. You take care, Minhaju. You have a lovely weekend. We have Faster Tortoise here saying, I've just stumbled randomly on this video. I've never heard of it. I've no idea what it's about, but hello, everyone. Hello, Faster Tortoise. Yeah. I remember like somebody said, I stumbled onto your stream by mistake. A lot of people say that, and they say it's a lovely thing.
Yeah, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not like a horror film.
Well, no. I think a lot of people, like, even years ago, always like stumble upon the streams. That's pretty fun.
Oh, that's good.
I remember one time I was doing a stream with Andy, Nige, and Mike, and
so it was a basic lineup that you always had.
Yeah, that's true.
Right, okay.
And somebody put the stream on Twitter, and we had 100 views.
Oh yeah.
It's just like ridiculous. Like the numbers kept going up and up and up. It's very weird. We've got Minhaju here saying, Jamie, you sexy bastard.
Oh, thank you.
And he says, I love a remake because it's a masterpiece. And he says, sound familiar, Jamie?
Yeah.
Got more catchphrases than Bruce Forsyth, Jamie has got.
Well, anyway, on that bombshell, that's the final comment of tonight. We are nearly at 1 o'clock and we still have 17 people watching. So thank you ever so much to the
Wow,
17
thank
people
you.
watching at
Wow.
home. So yes, thank you ever so much to everybody watching at home, left comments, watching after the fact. Really do appreciate it. It's always an absolute blast doing the streams. I'd like to thank, as always, Delboy for joining.
Oh, pleasure. Thank you. Salute. Thank you.
Jamie Batman Smith. Crazy J for joining us as well. I'll leave the link to Jamie's channel and the link in the description down below. Not the link down below, the description.
How long we've been on this stream, we could have easily have just watched the Snyder Cut.
Yeah, maybe we should just do that next week.
What, watch along along?
No, just watch the Snyder Cut, not do a stream.
Well, to be honest, 4 hours of the Snyder Cut, that's just Batman walking down the walkway because of the
Is it?
slow-mo.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Well, I'll still
That's
say it.
okay.
I'll still say it. The Syndicate would be about an hour shorter if he took away
Syndicate.
the
Isn't
Snyder.
that the big villain from Mission Impossible: Rogue Nation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you something. Yes, so I just want to quickly talk about films of the decade. So obviously from
Okay.
2000,
You've been saying all night when the comments finishing.
from 2000 to 2010, the best film of that decade is The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
From 2010 to 2020 is Inception.
Yeah.
So what do you think the best film is from 2020 to 2030? So far, I've got one film in mind, and it's been that for 5
Justice
years
League.
now.
The
Oh,
Snyder
yeah.
Cut.
It is the Snyder Cut, yeah.
Yeah. Well, like this, I still say the Snyder Cut would be an hour shorter if he didn't kept doing that slow mo.
So in 5 years, the Snyder Cut will be the best film of the decade.
Well, let's see.
Zack Snyder will be happy. He'd be even more happier if you said it was Rebel Moon Part 1 and
Yeah.
2. He'd be like, at least I got someone who liked it.
If I ever got the opportunity, I'd love to meet Zack Snyder.
You've never had an opportunity to see Zack Snyder.
I would love to meet him if I could.
Hmm.
What would you say to him if you had a chance to meet Zack Snyder?
I'd just say thank you. You gave us the best Superman film ever made.
And I'll
Oh.
turn around and say, when are you going to make a good film, you bastard?
Hey, whoa!
You know what I'd say to him? Give us a sequel to that cartoon owl film he did. He did a kids film, Legends of Guardians.
Oh, the Owls of Gahul.
Yeah, that
Oh,
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, give us a sequel to that.
Yeah.
We'll do a Yogi Bear film. That'd be an hour and a half of him slow mo opening the picnic basket.
Oh no.
Oh dear. Well, we've got a few more questions now, so.
Oh,
You did what?
It's Jamie's fault.
You did what? Have a little
He
extra
did wanna-
chat.
He did want to talk about the last 3 decades, which is,
Yeah, we've been here for the same
just
3
a small
decades.
little addition.
So Sai says night night guys. Night Sai. No, thank you guys, and thank you for understanding, Delboy. Bye guys to the next one. And Delboy, I've seen some of your vlogs and your most recent one. They're good.
Thank you so much.
Matt Chat says night guys, same time, same bat channel. Absolutely.
Same back time, same back channel.
Yeah.
Unless we watch the Snyder Cut.
I think would be more fun than watching the Snyder Cut.
Yeah, we'll probably do a stream instead.
Yeah, Jamie Batman Smithy. And Slipknot fan final question says, what do you guys think of the 50th anniversary edition of the Texas Chainsaw Mascara printed at $300?
Is that the one where it comes with a little replica of the chainsaw?
Probably.
Yeah. You can stick
That's
it
a
up their
lot.
ass.
That's
That
a lot of
price.
money for it.
I mean, honestly, for a big fan, I don't care. But I mean, from my point of view, I just say stick it up your ass. $300. I ain't fucking paying that.
I know they're doing a 50th anniversary of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre game that they released the other year. It's a Steelbook. It's the same game, but it's a Steelbook, and they want 55 quid for that. No way.
$300. I mean, Christ, you could do the 85th anniversary of The Wizard of Oz and grant me 3 fucking wishes, and I still ain't buying $300 for it.
Nah. And Minhaji said he's going to go when we go. Thanks ever so much.
Quick, hit that stop button.
So anyway, thanks as always to everybody watching at home. Thank you to everybody watching afterwards. Thanks ever so much to Delboy, Jamie, to CJ, Jamie Powell.
I'm
Thank
having
you
a
ever so
blast.
much to Amy for joining as always. It's always a wonderful you join me on these streams. So yeah, so join us next Saturday. Saturday, for a Halloween special.
Spectacular.
It's a spectacular.
Yeah.
Where we're going to talk about horror films, which we mostly do all the time anyway. But we're going to talk about some of our favourite horror films as well, aren't we?
Yeah, we're going to highlight some little known horror films.
We're going to highlight some of our favourites, highlight some of our underrated horror films, and have a jolly good chinwag about that.
Terrify and disturb you.
Yeah, and you've just got to think it's only a stream. It's only a stream.
That's right. Yeah, just keep repeating to yourself. It's only a stream.
Yeah.
You know what? One of the questions will be,
What?
what's the best opening to a horror film ever?
Terrifier 3's got a banger.
That's a really good opening. Yeah, right there.
I can think of a better one.
What?
Ghost Ship.
Oh yeah.
Good God. What's the definition of a horror film? A Zack Snyder cut.
28 weeks later, that's a good one.
Yeah, that is a good one. 28 weeks later by Faster Tortoise.
That's a good film.
We're getting a new one acted 28 months later.
28 years later, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would think so.
We've got Faster Tortoise also smiling.
Yeah, he's smiling.
And we've got another
classic torture film. Anything.
And we've got another comment here from Matt Cats saying $300. You want more money to pay cents for that? Yeah, definitely. And the final comment of tonight, the third time I've said that, is from Minhaji saying "Ghost Ship."
Yeah, agreed. I agree.
Yeah,
the
great.
film's not that good. The film's okay, but it's not a patch on the opening scene of the film.
Yeah, definitely. Right. So it's been just under 4 hours, but it's been a lot of fun. So thanks ever so much, everybody, for watching. We'll see you again next Saturday night for a Halloween special. So take care, everybody. See you next week.
Comment.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you start, will you? You.
Slipknot fan says,
Go and have a look at your bookshelves or something for about 2 minutes.
a real chainsaw could be bought for $200.
Yeah.
And this is just a hollow plastic container, but it's safer than a real chainsaw, though. So it's worth paying an extra $100
to not have a chainsaw.
To be safe.
Yeah, it's true.
Or you could not spend $200 on a chainsaw and have nothing at all.
Yeah.
And be even safer.
Yeah. It'd be like buying a car for $10.
The thing is, because it's $200 or whatever, you could actually buy a real chainsaw for half the price.
Yeah. Slipknot fan says, see you later, everyone. See you later, Slipknot fan. Thank you for joining. Real chainsaws are not that expensive, mate.
Get jazz hands now.
And Shitter or whatever it is by Minhaju. So on that bombshell, good night, everybody, and see you next week.
Bye.
Night.